All right, let's go. It's big finals time right here, right now, guys. I am putting my ice cream to the side. I'm about to close the live predictions because we are getting into the grand finals. I thought I'd have a bit more time to finish my Maximon, but it will sit at 2/3 finished on my table and hopefully not completely melt by the time this game is over when I can continue eating it. This is the finals we have been waiting for. That's right, guys. Put your hands together. herO, representing Protoss in the bottom right. And in the top left, it is the red Zerg player representing Basilisk and Red Bull. It is... Sorry, guys. Reynor. I don't know why it flashes whenever I tab. I'm closing the submissions now on the live predictions. And there we go. We shouldn't have any more flashing out to my desktop background. As much as I do love my Domocon, giving you all a bit of a jump scare here and there. Why for are you hate? The famous words of the ancient Domocon. A great creature. Famous in the internet lore from many years ago. Probe's going to come in nice and early. See Reynor adjusting his glasses there. You can see there's a big audience, guys, wrapping around this arena. Awesome, awesome arena. And it's been a really good turnout. There's also been a lot of good interaction with the commentators, a lot of laughter. They've mic'd up the audience pretty well. And it's been a really fun event. I do think herO is everyone's favorite going to this tournament. And herO put him to rest with ease. He did the same thing to Solar. herO has been a knife through the hot butter. A hot knife through butter to the Zergs in this tournament. Kind of messed up that phrase. Look at this, though. Reynor just got bullied off that mineral patch. I actually messaged Reynor the other day about this and how he needs to pay attention when they're stopped harassing, that his workers are mining correctly. Because he was actually getting bullied by this against Classic about 3 weeks ago. And you can see here, even herO is bullying him off that patch, but as long as he corrects it afterwards, I don't think it's too bad, the lasting damage. One worker does get pushed off, but he's going to try to go back to the right side. We'll see if he corrects that. I think it does balance out at the end of the day. Now, the music is kind of wild, guys. I think it's just that track, honestly. But I think I should probably turn it down just a little bit more there as well. I'm not in control of the volume, and I think they might have cranked things up here for the finals. Stargate is on the way. Very standard opening. Quick third base for Reynor, but after third queen, as is standard. So third queen, then hatchery, and then overlord. Looks like. Does like that early third queen, so we can start spreading creep and have 2 queens to defend any adept commitment. Also goes for creep tumor first. It's a Reynor special. A lot of players don't do that anymore. They love the injects, but I love the way Reynor plays creep tumor first. I think it's probably better than what most Zergs are doing out there, because it gives you such mobility with your queens to push back the adepts and then to shut down the oracles and just kind of get a bit of presence out on this map as well. Void Ray first here for herO. He's been playing a lot of Void Ray first this tournament. Loves to deny scouting, pick off overlords and the like. And that's why I think it's wise that herO has hidden his overlord behind the natural. Less likely that the Void Ray will check there, at least initially. Second gateway in the wall off. Now, herO's wall-offs were absolutely atrocious in the semifinals. One of the worst set of wall-offs I've ever seen. Despite that, he dominated that series. Only dropping 1 map to Solar. But the games were a bit scrappier than they needed to be. Honestly, his early game was so good in many other regards, it would have been great. The Lings just got the probe. I don't know why. I get we're looking at the Overlords for the Void Rays, but there's been Lings fighting in Adept for a while now. Yeah. They got the probe, they damaged the Nexus. Does delay the pylon starting there. herO has to start the pylon in his main base instead, which is fair enough. And the Void Ray comes forward. He wants this Overlord. He should find it. And he will be able to find that. Queens are a bit too slow to push that Void Ray away. Very nicely done. But didn't find the Overlord behind the natural, so that's just 1 Overlord, and the kill is so delayed that it doesn't really slow down Reynor's initial build-up. So far, I'd say a good start for Reynor, especially since he got that probe on the third base. His lair's coming in a bit earlier than normal, and whilst he is building a safety Roach Horn, I was saying potentially rushing Mutas is one way to counter how herO's played this tournament. The other one would be rushing Hydras. Essentially, play a bit greedy, but hit a timing. People have been too afraid against herO. They're playing Roach Queen. They're getting mauled. They're getting surrounded. Zealots are running in and finding damage. Oracles, he's going 4 or 5 Oracles in a lot of games, and just overwhelming Queen pushes. Stalker's warping in. Interesting. Okay. I think he's going charge, though. I don't think it's actually Blink. I feel like he's being sneaky. Yeah, yeah. I was like, he doesn't need Stalkers that early. I think this is I want you to see that I'm building Stalkers right now to make it look like a Blink build. He's also cut probes. He's cutting probes to go 8-gate Zealot. He's just going to make sure he builds probes from the third base because that's the one that Reynor can see. He also transfers some workers out to make it look like it's more of a normal greedy build. And Reynor, he's going roach speed, but he's trying to go straight to Hydras. This is a genius timing. I was saying, look, it's herO. He could do anything. If he does hit a big charge load all in or something, he might just kill you if you play greedy. But I think you got to take the risks to do it. Reynor seems to have a very similar mindset to what I thought would beat herO. But honestly, going Hydras, skipping Roaches, worst thing you can do against this +1 Zealot attack. It'd be way better if he went straight to Roaches. Obviously, if he gets enough Hydras out, especially with Groove Spines +1 range, he can beat the Zealots. But ideally, you would have Roaches, because this is such a big commitment. This is not just a few Zealots. This is 8-gate Zealot that will be blitzing across this map. And herO's doing a really good job of denying scouting and just making it look like he's just doing some light pressure. Baneling Nest comes down. Reynor is going to try to skip Roach and go straight to Hydra Bane, but he will not have the Banelings in time for this. But the Lings will at least see the Zealots move out, and that's good. That's one thing going for him. Infestation Pit already starts. He doesn't see the Zealots move out yet. herO's supply blocked. herO needs to go, man. herO cannot wait any longer. But he builds 9 drones. herO holding back his Zealots, those extra 15 seconds to hide them. Tricks Reynor. Reynor builds a massive round of drones. He has no idea. He's only got 3 Hydras. And herO gets it with the surprise +1 Zealot. Reynor had no idea this was coming. He's up 22 workers. And he's trying to defend with Lings against +1 Zealots. The Zealots, of course, hard counter this. If he survives this, Reynor is a wizard amongst mere mortals. Can he make it happen? Where is Hagrid in his motorbike with that invite to Hogwarts? I feel like he's going to need to bring one. If Reynor manages to defend this, he is an absolute freak. And so far, he's almost defended it. Hasn't even pulled drones. He should have pulled drones already. Reynor, what are you made of? What are you eating? What is in that spaghetti that your grandma feeds you whenever you go to practice at her house for a few months? Once or twice a year, when I message Reynor, he says, I'm at grandma's house. And I know that's when he's fueling up on some sort of special Italian spaghetti that makes him the god he is. He should be dead right now. And yet he seems to be hanging on. All the Stalkers are gone. The Hydras spreading in a circle. The Zealots go down. He defended with a 22 worker advantage and the wrong tech and no idea it was coming. Now, this is insane. Great play by Reynor. On the other hand, this is, I think people would say herO's timing was really late. And it was, but it tricked Reynor. You'd think it would work if you trick him. But maybe it was like too late. I'm sure there's things he could have improved in his build. He's going Blink now. Hive is almost finished. Lurker Dens here. It's 80 drones. Only criticism I have for Reynor is I'd love to see the 2 gases on the 4th. Lurkers are very, very expensive. So, yeah, there we go. Double gas on the 4th goes down. I mean, this is a beautiful game 1 for Reynor, man. Zerg balance, Zerg balance. There's chat. Mate, change that. Edit that, or you're going to get banned from my Twitch chat, Nate. Reynor balance. Reynor has been famous for literally not scouting all-ins and holding them with flying colors for his entire career. He's a freak. StarCraft can't do that. StarCraft will have to scout it and react accordingly. Reynor is just a freak who just micros his way out of trouble and is so good at being greedy early and defending the early game that he just gets so far ahead and he gets away with this. This is the thing, like, if you watch Clem against Reynor, Clem will often defend on 90 drones and getting control of the game when Cyril's on like 72 workers and fighting for his life. There's just, Reynor has this flair. He plays faster and looser than anyone else, and he's so good at off-the-cuff defenses like that, man. Really well played. If there was like an Archon in there as well, that could have kind of ruined him, but hard to squeeze an Archon on with that timing. Archon's also a lot slower than Zealots as well. I was joking about banning you. We do have a no balance wine rule, but well, we would have done a timeout first. All right, Lurker upgrades, Adrenal Glands on the way. Baneling Tech as well. I do like Baneling Tech being mixed in. You don't want to commit to Banes too much more to Lurkers, but having a few Banes can help a lot here. Turns out top tier pros are good at StarCraft. Well, herO is actually the greatest player of all time. Unfortunately, when he was a up-and-coming player, and he was going to be basically beyond StarCraft levels, easily. Unfortunately, he got in a car crash, and a Gold League Protoss player had to merge into an Archon to stop him from passing away. And it turned out it averaged out his skills, and that's why you see herO play the way he does, where it's like a mixture of the greatest plays you've ever seen combined with true Gold League moments. That's the lore behind the herO the hero plays that we always see. You're like, how did he pull off this amazing fight? And then he just like throws his army away and can't figure out a wall off and stuff. And you're like, oh no, it's the Gold League players taking over. Lurker's about to go down. 3 Lurkers, very nice. Good snipe there for herO. Reynor's first push. Like, Reynor, mate, you're pretty far ahead. Don't let him back in this game. herO should be dead shortly, right? Okay. Oh, he actually takes position really nicely. Dude, herO is pushing with like 6 Stalkers, an Archon, and 4 High Templar. What is this push? And yet he's doing really well with it, man. He storms the Lings as well. Dude, if he escapes here, this is crazy. He's got more Zealots coming. The Archons are going down. There's no real storms behind this. He will take out that Archon as well. Dude, the supply is so close. How is herO still in this game? We know who's playing this game, guys. It's definitely the greatest player of all time. Far better than herO. That early Zealot timing did not work out for him. He should have been quite far behind, but defending that first push so easily, I think Reynor just went a bit too early, a bit half-cocked. Didn't quite have all the units together. The Zealot run by distracting him on the left side as well was a bit awkward. Baiting a Storm is really nice, though. Oh, look at that. That's a big Zealot counter. Dude, herO's been running Zealots around the maps like a madman. I don't know if he's got enough units there. Oh, wait, he's waiting for it. Oh, but it's only Ling Hydra, no Banes. I was like, dude, if he has Banes, maybe. The Zealots trade, clear the Ling Hydra, and then run away. Great fight. And one problem that happens for Reynor with this style is he ends up too heavy on Zergling sometimes in the late game, which really struggles against Zealot Archon. Great Storms there. The Cannon Zealot holding on so well. Not a lot of support in here. I actually think Reynor maybe could go back to Hydra Bane. I think pure Hydra Bane might be better. The Lurker's getting cleaned up right now by the Zealot Archon. Not that much Protoss dying, dude. What the heck? I'm sorry, guys. I know that the spaghetti is good. No shade on Reynor's Grandma's spaghetti, but herO's Grandma's kimchi is literal brain superfood. I do not like. He is not back into this game. He is ahead now. He's on 4 bases. He's taking a forward 5th. He's going to Tempest. Reynor does not want to play late game against him. And I'm telling you, man, there's something about the probiotics. There's some microorganisms that get in your brain and they give him plus 30 IQ or something. This is sick. And his army was it was like a few High Templar and Archons and a few Zealots. And it's defended Lurkers and Hydras and Lings and got him straight back into the game. Reynor may have gone for too many things at once. As much as I do like the Baneling tech, I wonder, was it too much? Oh, great hatchery snipe. And Reynor's storming a lot of Lings on the right side. He does lose his Archons and Zealots on the right, but on the left, he's doing really well. Time Warp is so good, man. Oh, but actually, the ground army gets cleaned up. herO just threw away a ton of units there. Void Ray's going to try to pick off some guys. Mama's going to chase after the Lurkers there, shooting Hydras, drones, anything he can. There's no Spire right now, and I think if you can't build Corruptors, I don't know if Hydras can defend this. It's got like a handful of Hydras. Lings are getting in. The door is wide open in the picture. Absolutely nobody in the crowd is surprised, not even a little bit, because his name is herO and his door's always wide open. That's a big Zealot warp in though, and those Zealots will massacre those Zerglings. You can see the Lings do great damage, but the Zealots can two-shot them. And that just turns that fight so quickly when they're fighting in a choke point. herO does lose a few probes and a pile, and he F2s his Zealots away from his own main base! herO! Okay, he does realize he turns around and goes back, but he loses a few more probes and buildings because of it. As I said, guys, sometimes the Gold League player has to take over. They have to take turns. The greatest StarCraft player of all time is only allowed to play for so long before the gold player needs to hop into the seat for a few seconds. Zergling's trying to pull back right now. Zealot's chasing after him. Reynor is pretty far down in supply, and I think that base on the left going down as well as the base on the right, his income's not very good. herO's double arrows ahead on the mineral income there, which means he's over 500 minerals a minute. Or about 500, since he's sometimes dipping under the arrow. Ahead of Reynor. Reynor's 2 hatcheries trying to come up. Needs abducts on these Tempests, but the Viper gets feedback. The second Viper gets feedback. No spells getting off. 1 Viper gets focused. And these Tempests and this Mothership are going to siege him down. Reynor has to give up this base. He doesn't want to. He feels like going back to 4 base here against the 5 base Protoss is a death sentence. And much like a goofy guy with a bandana that likes street fighting at a very low level, a death sentence is not what Reynor wants to emulate right here. Hydras and things trying to run forward. They're not going to be able to kill anything. Mama's so tanky. Like I said, if you don't have Corruptors here, I just don't think there's any answer to this army. He's going to try and jump on top, maybe deal with the ground army. The cloaking field's so good. There's so many storms. Goes High Templar. Nice feedback. Temper's trying to pick off units where they can. A Lurker goes down. He's going to try and take down a Viper there. The Zealot Arc on High Templar. Tempest jumps on top. I cannot believe it. Reynor. Immaculate hold against herO Zealot timing, and herO once again defies everyone's expectations about what is meant to happen in a StarCraft game, and he just friggin' does it. He just doesn't care. He's like, lol, my name's herO, lol, 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 get wrecked. All right, guys, going into game 2. Reynor in the top right, herO in the bottom left. It's going to be a no scout build here. Oh, no, he does. He goes gate scout. Okay, a bit of a virgin opening for herO. Extra virgin Protoss oil. Pretty good for finishing. You don't usually want to waste your really good quality extra virgin for cooking. Just, you know, putting on a salad, something like that could be good. Very nice. Drizzling over some things. Yum, yum, yum. I think Protoss wants to drizzle all over Reynor here. Reynor had an excellent position. I think some of the big keys that happened in that last game is the Zergling style that Reynor plays is trash against the well-upgraded Heavy Zealots and Archons. Not to mention hero's Storm usage is excellent. I actually think the key with that style is if he just plays Hydraling Bane, I think hero's dead. That being said, Lurkers are still good. But if you're going to do Lurkers, you have to rush the gases on your 4th. And this is a habitual problem that Reynor has, where he will go for Hive, go for Lurker Den, and then he just bashes up against his gas cap the whole time. And he goes, well, that's fine. I'm going to build lots of Zerglings. If you're playing against the Blinkstalker style, the Zerglings are good. Not when you're playing up against the Zealot style. And I think that's one of the big mistakes that Reynor made in that game. You guys let me know if you've got anything else to add, but I think that's one of the biggest things is if he just plays Hydraling Bane, it's fine. Or if he takes the 8 gases about a minute quicker and actually has a good amount of Hydras, not just Lings and Lurkers with like 3 Hydras mixed in. Eon Blue says, I'm with Artosis on that last game. Oh, let me guess. Protoss, 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 Protoss. Is that the reference we're making, or is he actually live casting right now? I think that's the quote that's the quote we're referencing, Twitch chat. Okay, good. Hey Artosis, what do you think happened in that last game? What could I have done to, like, what did he do to win that game and beat you? Protoss, 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 Protoss. Artosis has an irrational hatred of Protoss, for those who don't know. Maybe rational, actually. Yeah, I think if you play Terran versus Protoss in StarCraft 1, maybe I'd be that angry as well, but playing Terran in StarCraft 1 in general makes me angry. I find it so stressful. Good chronos on the probes. hero's playing quite economically. It's a big map, Old Republic, guys, which is good for Protoss because it's hard for Zerg to come kill them in the mid-game, and late-game favors Protoss. However, it's also good for Zerg because it's so wide open and the bases are so spread out. I think Mutas can bounce between bases and find lots of openings. I think Hydraling Bane attacks can be great. I think overall, the fact that Reynor was so greedy, got countered by hero's strat, and still got away with it, but then hero still won the game, like, there's wins and losses for both players in that. Obviously, overall, a win for herO since he actually wins the game. But it's kind of bizarre. I really felt like herO played very logically to counter what hero's done so far in this tournament. herO was prepared to counter the counter to his style, which was genius. Still didn't find the damage because he didn't execute it well enough. All right, Zergling's getting adept. Oracle punishes by getting a few Zergling kills. I think that's an okay trade for Reynor. Not terrible. He is droning hard. You want to normally overtake Protoss when you're both at about 40 workers. That's where Zerg wants to take the worker lead off of Protoss. If they're not able to, they can end up in big trouble. Adept's in the opening, and the Oracles aren't there. That Adept's going to go down. The Oracle doesn't turn around either. A bit slow. Okay, now he turns around, but Reynor just going to lose 2 drones to the Oracle, which is good. You can see here, 40 workers, so this is a pretty even game so far. Reynor committed to quite a few Lings, but he's killed 2 Adepts, so he's kind of put hero's pressure back on his side of the map. Normally, the Zerg feels a bit more confident here. Reynor could build a bit of an economic lead, but 4 gas, Twilight Forge, 3rd Oracle. Ooh, Oracle's gonna have to recall. Good save. Yeah, this is a best of 7. Oh, is that a normal hero wall? I think he walled off with the 2nd pylon. Yeah. Yeah, hero's walls have been appallingly bad today. It's not really been fixing them. All right, 2 Oracles going to go across. The red one is very damaged, so he's just going to try to dive with these 2. Beautiful drone pull. No easy pickoffs for you, Mr. herO. Reynor's defense is on point. That's herO's wall for the quicker third, theoretically. That's what we cope with. Yeah, the problem is it's got 2 holes in the wall, so it's not really for a quicker third, is it? It's like you put 3 sharp sticks in the ground in front of your army, and you dig like a trench that's like half a foot deep, and you go, yeah, we're safe now, it's fine, we built a wall, we built fortifications. And you're like, did you build fortifications? It's like, well, if they charge directly into this one pointy stick I stuck in the ground, then maybe it'll do something. I don't know if that works. Once again, he went Stalkers to fake that he was playing Blink, but he's played Charge every single game in the tournament so far, I think. I think he's always gone Charge. And no one's been able to punish him, which is wild. The fact that no one has rushed Mutas or managed to get to Hydra Bane and then just killed him is crazy. And he's going to go Zealot into double Robo Colossus to counter the Hydra style. And I do think Hydra Bane early is one of the better styles because it's very mobile for shutting down the Zealot style. But if Reynor is maxing on Hydra Bane, about to commit to an attack, and then bam, 3 Colossus are out with range, Reynor is screwed. And I'm looking at that tab and I'm going, where are the Evo Chamber upgrades, guys? Double Evo goes down at 6.5 minutes. Ooh. Okay, so this is a huge, huge issue. If you go double Evos, yeah, you can attack, but when? Those upgrades aren't going to be done till almost 9 minutes. That's when 3 Colossus are out. If he waits for upgrades and Bane speed and everything, Reynor he's giving herO a free hall pass. He's saying, here's a hall pass. You're allowed to go to the late game right now. I'm not going to do anything to try to get you to the stop you from getting to the late game. Imagine if there was a Spire hidden in the corner of the map or in the back of his base. What does herO do against 10 Mutalisks, guys? Nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, seeing Hydras, he is scouting well with the 3 Oracles, but I feel like herO is getting away with bloody murder in this entire tournament. Against Solar, against Serral, now against Reynor, he might be doing the same. Can Reynor get on top of this? Queen goes down. Reynor needs to go Hive, and he needs to go Lurker and potentially Viper if he wants to deal with the Colossus. The Oracle's going to try and escape. Oh, no focus fire for Reynor. Does Reynor not have Grooved Spines, guys? Those Hydras did not feel like they had 6 range. And no movement just finished. Did you guys catch on the production tab if he made Grooved Spines? Those? Okay, he just started it. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure those are 5 range Hydras, not 6 range. And that's an upgrade he has famously forgotten in key moments in the past. This is just bad for Reynor, guys. He's not overseer scouting. He has no idea what's happening. He assumes it's Storm. He thinks it's a normal macro game. Those Colossus with Archons in front are going to ruin him. Oh, my lord. What can he even do against this? I mean, he has to just look for the perfect engagement. I think what's going to happen, he's going to see the army. He's going to try to go like 95 drones. The only way he holds this is if he can surround it on creep and get good Baneling connections. herO's going to move out. herO's not really probed to 4th base yet. It's a big timing attack. 3 Colossus, 1 Warp Prism. A lot of Zealots in the mix. Banelings could be good against them. He sees the Colossus. Okay, Reynor sees the Colossus now. herO's army is definitely made to beat Reynor's, but if they fight soon and Reynor can flank from both sides, he could do very well. The Zealots all go left. It's a little bit crazy. The Hydraling might be able to deal with that. Even though the Zealots have +1. Bane's coming in on this army here. Those Banes would have loved to be hitting the Zealots on the top left. The Hydras, though, I think win that fight. And herO splits his Zealots away from the army, goes in without enough units, and he gets kind of wrecked. But Reynor spent a lot of Banelings. I'd love to see the units lost tab. We haven't seen a lot of it in this series. It's about, what, 5,300, about 6,000. That's in Reynor's favor. Reynor favored in the trading against Protoss. Don't see that every day. He's also up 12 workers. Immortals are now being built. I think you got to start Psystorm, herO. If you're going to play a longer game as herO, I think you have to play Psystorm here. Just trying to avoid Psystorm and just play like Mass Colossus Archon Immortal, a very meaty army. Very good hold for Reynor. Really impressive defense. He's now got a big supply lead, but still no infestation. No Hive. If he had Hive and Lurkers on the way, I feel like he's ahead in almost every regard. There we go. Okay, so infestation's done. Hive's on the way! Almost gets the Prism. but not quite. And that's kind of irritating for Reynor. You want that so badly. Getting rid of that prism simplifies this game so much. He should leave a few units at home now, at least 4 or 5 Hydras. Just for the prism when it does come in. Hive and Lurker down on the way, +2 range. No +2 melee yet. Gas is a problem for Reynor. He's starting to take a few more gases. Zealot's going to go up north. herO's so good at buying time. I feel like Reynor definitely can't attack him, of course, because of the Colossus, but feels like no matter what happens, herO can just throw away armies and he doesn't get punished like a normal Protoss player. Like, I know I meant to make actual logical analysis, but this is, I guarantee you, this is the same thing pros say when they look at herO's games, where they're like, no other Protoss can throw armies away like he can, and then just casually build 10 more probes, take gases on the 4th, build up to the next stage, and just have no problems. Still a big scary Zerg army though. No Vipers or no Lurkers, but the Banes clear the Zealots. There's so many Archons though. It's like 5 Archons and 4 Colossus. Yeah, this is probably the best players counter-attacking right now. Oh, the probes just attacked into Banelings. Well, that was a decision. Right now, Reynor can't stand and fight. He's got to pull away from the Colossus. He's got to just try and separate these units. Maybe bring his army back. This army is so hard to stop. So many Archons, Colossus, and Zealots. herO's not even going to try to defend, I don't think. He's just going to kill a bunch of stuff. Oh, he's going to get both Evos. Big snipes. Big snipes. He's on 2-1 upgrades against 1-1. Lots of drones going down, as well as hatcheries. Some Lurkers have finished morphing. I'm not sure where they are, guys. I think that... Oh, just up here at the 3rd. They need to burrow. They do burrow. There's 1 observer only, so the Lurkers can defend that, but the main base going down for Reynor. More Lings going across the map. He's going to try and keep committing to the base trade. Recall is available for herO. And the Zealots tearing up the main is huge. herO's main army, though, is rotating. There's so many Lurkers. Ooh, does he have range, guys? I think he might have 10 range. Those Lurkers do need to defend that 4th base. As long as he keeps the 4th base, okay, but the Hydras! Bit of a misclick there for Ray. A lot of Hydras go down. And he's already lost 30 drones. Lurker Den and Hive about to fall as well. Lurkers and Spines trying to defend up north. The Observers are here. The Archons nicely spread. 1 Colossus does go down, but the Lurkers with no support get blitzed down. And with the spawning pool about to fall, Zerglings fighting into Colossus Archon. It's not going to do too much, especially with the Warp Prism picking up and dropping. The Prism's so nice on the saves. All the Colossus actually go down. Reynor getting a kind of sick fight here. I can't believe it. The Queen going after the Prism. A Colossus goes down. The last Prism and Colossus deep in the red. The Hydra gets it. Dude, the supply is actually so close. Wait. Okay, Reynor's down on army supply, but if he defends these 2 bases, they're fresh bases. herO's only mining his first 2 bases that are mostly mined out on minerals. Oh my lord, is this going to be a rematch of the 2019 BlizzCon group stage? Reynor and herO had one of the craziest series in the group stage of 2019 BlizzCon. Played in the GSL studios in Korea. Woo! What tech does Reynor still have? That's a great question. Well, he's just started rebuilding his spawning pool, and he's got 1,400 minerals. He's still got a Hydra Den. He can build Hydras, which is good enough. I think Hydras is good enough. Obviously, it builds some spines. I like the Evo chamber wall. The Great Wall of Evos, but his drone's blocked by the Lurker Den. He's trying to pull more drones out here. Oh my god, he's walling off with Evos, guys. He's also rebuilt his Lurker Den, so he can make Hydra Lurker, but he can't really spend his pure mineral money very well. Dude, the Evo chamber wall is actually so sick. But Zealots are going to run in his natural. Hydra Den's exposed. He does not have a lair, which means I don't think he can rebuild that one. Don't know if Hydras will be good enough against the Tempest, says chat. If he gets enough of them, it would be, but yeah. Tempest can definitely siege him. herO's also retaking a 3rd. And Reynor's just kind of in survival mode. And remember, Archons can be built off of the gas income, which are such good units. So much Protoss. Dude, he needs a pack of Banes. Oh god. Oh god. Reynor gets caught out. Great force fields. 3 Hydras go down. Zealots still chasing those ones up the ramp as well. This is just such a big army of Zealots. I think it can overwhelm anything except the Lurkers. Reynor's just going to get sieged down here on 2 base while herO retakes the 3rd and just has such a big army in the open. I mean, charging into the Lurkers might be the one way to throw, and that's why herO is playing it safe. I don't think he ever made Psystorm, right, guys? Oh, good counterattack. Oh, okay. Reynor's trying to move north. He doesn't have much gas right now. These lurkers are his last hope. Did he get... Oh, he got the observer. He got the observer. He got the observer. Oh, where's the revelation? Where's the revelation, bro? Oh my gosh, all the zealots just went down. herO. herO. Okay, he revelates, gets rid of 2 of these lurkers, but oh my gosh, herO moving his army back and forwards on top. I thought herO had this in the bag. I still think he probably does, but oh my lord. A great snipe on the obs there by Reynor, who's now going to run forward, try to jump on this army. Well, look at that. There's too many more zealots. He doesn't have the numbers, man. He's going to come back. If Reynor could have spent all of his minerals, maybe? Maybe? Oh my god, he's going to clear the ground army. He's going to clear the ground army. But the Oracle's there, as are the Tempest. The Immortal refuses to die, living to his namesake. That is awesome. Well played by herO here, guys. Crazy game, man. But I think herO's played really smart. 2 games in a row, he's looked to counter a guy who's not going to play safe with Roach Queen into that next step. You know, first game, it was like, oh, guess what? I know you're going to be greedy to Hydras, because that makes sense. Punish what I'm doing. And I'm going to hit you with +1 Zealots. And even though it didn't really work out, he finds a way to win. And then in this game as well, he goes in here with such a clever strategy that the Zealots into Colossus, don't see that every day. Reynor needed to scout that earlier. This is one of those strategies that has a much lower success rate on herO, because herO always is overseer scouting constantly. And he often sees that Robo Bay the second it starts. For Reynor, it's 2 minutes later when there's 3 Colossus on the map at the front of his base. And he goes, oh, you've played Colossus. At that point, it's a bit too far down. Very hard to play it from that position. Damn, man. Reynor, herO, I knew this would be a crazy series. I also knew it could be one-sided one way or the other. The 2-0 lead is going to be a very nice start. Tempest is going to rotate. It's going to go harass the workers from the high ground. Oh my gosh, the Hydras can't deal with that, man. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Okay, he does get a Hydra, but he's going to lose a Tempest for it. Ouchies. There's an Overlord up there. Almost loses another Tempest, but he's going to hide in the dead space. No Hive, which means no Viper, no Spire. You can't get to me, mate. I'm in your back door. No third base for herO still. Kind of crazy. Like, Reynor's coping on 1 base, but herO has no mineral mining except long distance now. He's got 1 mineral patch that's about to mine out in his natural. There's no real answers to his army, though. He's still got a 20 army supply lead and a 20 worker lead. Here we go. Hydra's moving forward. And that's it. Reynor has to tap out as the Hydra Den goes down. herO with the grin of a mad lad on his face. Very nice play there. GG. All right, guys, he's up 2-0, representing Protoss everywhere and Team SK. It is the Protoss powerhouse. And his opponent in the top left side of the map, representing Zerg awesomeness everywhere, and Basilisk and Red Bull, the Italian stallion, Reynor. All right, Reynor is going to be going for that early extractor trick, as is standard. Into an Overlord, though. He's not worried about herO trying to block him. herO going for a Gate Scout. 2 games in a row. Very conservative opening. Interesting to see that. Now, I do think rushing to Hydra Bane is a good thing to mix in there, but I think you've got to stay a bit looser here as Reynor and mix in the mutas. Problem is, I don't think Reynor has ever had any confidence in his muta play. Not in a long time. Oh, they're cheering for Reynor. Okay, awesome. Reynor, Reynor, Reynor. What did Reynor say earlier? Protoss Ember. He said Protoss is, I mean, he was obviously baited into saying, he said Protoss is the easiest and the best and easiest. That's why him and Clem off-race Protoss. Nice chants from the Chinese audience here, guys. Love to see that. They're like, come on, man, give us a close series. Reynor, fight back, bro. Give us some of that Italian fire and spice. Probe being a bit of a D-bag. Finally, he's going to attack it. I do think it's worth attacking his probe. Still getting pushed off this patch, though. We're bullying Reynor a little bit here, man. But Reynor fixes it. Keeps his base fully mining. Very nice. Only 2 Zerglings to start. You gotta watch out. He might pylon block and chrono and adept across. A much better wall off this time. There and no chrono in the gateway, which means Reynor doesn't need any more Zerglings and can actually play quite greedy himself. This is actually really good that he scouted this. So he's gonna pull back with his Overlord in case it is a Stalker. Get closer to the pillar where he's a little bit more safe. And that means herO's playing very greedy. herO's just gonna be chronoing his probes, chronoing his oracles. No early double adept pressure for Zerg to worry about. Third queen still starts up very early. I wonder if +1 melee is any good. I feel like no. I also feel like a Roach Max all-in should kill herO. What do you guys think about this? herO essentially is playing Zealots every game instead of Blink. Roach Max could be good. Also, I wonder, what do you guys think about Roach Hydra all-in? Old school. Like, there might... I mean, Hydra Bane's good as well, but I think either of those might also be good timings. Where herO has played such a risky style all tournament long. And he's just gotten away with it so much. I think there's a lot of different things. I don't think Reynor can just... I'll just play Hydra Bane every game. I'll just play Hydra Bane every game. Like, because herO will do another charge lot attack, and this time it'll work. He'll mix it up, and I would like to see Reynor play a diverse style. Because I think if you just try to counter the one thing that herO's been doing well all tournament, herO's the guy who'll be flexible. He'll change it up, and he'll do something else. All right. Probe escapes after building the pylon and the Nexus on the 3rd. Adept in the natural wall off. A surprisingly defensive setup so far for herO. When I say defensive, I mean like well set up on the defense, but also a good change of pace, right? No adepts moving across the map. Just a macro battle. And you can see they're both about 40 workers. That's when they tie up on the workers. This is where Reynor kind of took a pretty hefty lead in that previous game. Can he do that again? Nice. Gets 3 drones. Chat saying that the Zealots beat Banelings because if you split the Zealots, 1 Zealot kills 5 Banelings. Yeah, the thing is they allow Zerglings to surround the Zealots very well. But definitely it's a fragile setup on both sides. If the Zealots can get in 3 separate bases at once, very hard for Banelings to be used correctly there, but... If you have an early +1 melee, you can surround them, and anytime the Zealots clump up, which is... The thing is, Zealots actually aren't too efficient against Zerglings if they're spread out. As long as the Zerglings have similar numbers, they can actually wreck Zealots with similar upgrades. But it's just when the Zealots get in a big clump and the Zerglings can't surround them and kill them quickly, that's where it's problematic. Blink finally comes in. This is what I'm talking about. herO, you can't really pin him down. He'll change it up game to game, match to match. It's going to be a more standard Blink opening, something which I think, you know... Oh, Oracle takes a lot of damage. Very nice. We saw guys like Clem was saying, oh, I practice a lot of EU ladder. I'm ready for Protoss and stuff like this. But I don't think anyone prepares you for herO, especially with how many charge openings he's done. This Blink style, though, we might see Reynor, when he sees this, actually feel more comfortable, because that's not a fake. That's 5 Stalkers. So you know this is a real Stalker commitment this time. You know what sort of game you're going into. I think we'll see a Hydra Den go down instantly. The lair just finished. Reynor's massing Lings right now, and Hydra Den does start. Clearing a bit of creep so far, just light pressure. Blink's not ready yet, so he's got to babysit these boys. Alright. Zerglings up against the Adepts. Dude, that choke point's nasty. Where are the Queens? Oh, not there. Oracles come in, get 2 more drones. 4 more if you count the Adept kills. Good damage. Good damage. Reynor's not in a bad spot. He's got +1 and muscular augments on the way, but herO's got a fast 4th. Now, herO's on 4 gas. We haven't seen a Templar Archives yet. I think he's on 6 gates. So... he's got to make a decision. Is he playing Gateway Man or is he playing Storm? Zealots coming in. It looks like a Gateway Man style. +1 attack into +1 armor. +1 armor is very good against Lings and Hydras. Super underrated upgrade. Infestation Pit goes down for Zerg. 2 more gateways. Yeah, hero's playing Gateway Man. Still building Zerglings? Interesting. Doesn't have any upgrades on the Lings. And he's only on 5 gases. I mean, Reynor plays so much mass Zergling. We saw a lot of the Terrans fail to punish him with Mass Hellion and Hellbat this tournament. But so far, his Mass Zergling has not done well against Zealot Archon Storm. And yes, he's open Stalkers, but herO is going to head into the Zealots and Archons now. I don't think he has Storm, though. I think it's just Archons. Yeah, it's just Zealot Archon Stalker. Wow, okay. I think he's probably going to hit a timing before Lurkers are up. And Reynor's army is going to be like 60% Zerglings. This is a disaster for Reynor if he doesn't realize what's up. He sees the lacking gases. He sees the Zealots. His Lings need to be counterattacking. I think in a frontal fight, he's going to get so wrecked by Zealot Archon. And his production tab is still mostly Zerglings. Baneling Nest can help. I don't know if it'll be ready in time. That being said, does herO realize that this window exists? He's right now just doing a light Stalker pressure. He's not doing a real push. 2 spines are on the way. What a fascinating series this is. It's really hard for Reynor to read what hero's going to be doing next because he's got such range. I always say that, you know, sometimes you can dominate a PvZ player when they have really limited range and you know what they're going to do before the series starts. But if they're a player who can really switch their style up between different extremes, it's so difficult to kind of go into the game and not just get caught off guard by everything. Fleet Beacon and 5th Nexus on the way. hero's not really committing to an attack so much as it is a 2-pronged harassment. Stalker Oracle of the North goes for the Hatchery Snipe. And then the Zealot Archon on the bottom kind of distracts. There's a lot of Lings coming. Oh, good pullback, good pullback. Brilliant micro. But no melee upgrades, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Mass unupgraded Zergling, dude. I don't know if this is a great army, man. It's good against Stalkers. It's not good against Oracle Zealot, but he does push it back. Good fight here for Reynor. Oh, he jumped on top of the Archons. He got an Archon on the south. Sorry, the picture there, guys. The Ling Hydra Lurker get at least 1 Archon, a bunch of Zealots. Good fights for Reynor. How this series has gone, though, he's found multiple good engagements in this series, and it's led to nothing successful for him. Can he change that story here on Ruby Rock? Ooh, gets another Archon down south. It's an 82 Pro Protoss who's going Sky Toss, though. Reynor is going Lurk Attack. He does have a Baneling Nest, but no Bane Speed. A few Hydras get caught. I think Reynor needs to get across this map. He needs to get going. He doesn't have Bane Speed. I think he's really going to struggle without Bane Speed, but we'll see. Is he taking too long to get going? Good setup. Pushing into that's difficult, but he's going to go for it. Not enough support. Lurkers in the open. Bit of a mistake there for Reynor. That being said, is it a trap? The Lings are going to get rid of the Archons instantly. The unupgraded Zergling mass is actually doing really well to support this Hydra Lurker. He could try to cut this army off. Of course, herO could potentially recall part of that to safety, but it's going to be hard to recall all that. The army's heavily damaged as well. Zealots will take out the top hatchery. Zergling's going to respond. Hydra Lurker's going to move in on the 4th. herO's going to base trade. I think this is a really smart move for herO. If herO can kill 2 hatcheries for 1 Nexus, it's obviously a massive win for Protoss. But the Lings get a 6 around the spines behind the worker line. Dude, who needs melee upgrades? To be fair, +1 melee did just click in. But Reynor, he's killing the 4th base, continuing to the 3rd, and cleaning everything up with Lings behind it. Oh, diddly damn. Unfortunately, Mum's here. herO is sick of playing fair. He called his mum. He said, Reynor's bullying me, Mum. Mum, he's hitting me. And of course, she comes in and just starts abusing him. No detection. The Zealots kill all the Lurkers. Yes, an Oracle goes down, but the surprise Mothership is always such a ridiculously massive turnaround against Hydraling Lurker. It is so good in that setup, man. The Mothership, it's just, I mean, we've all been there. There's that one guy, you guys are all roughhousing, kind of, you know, so what? Your friend accidentally got some dirt in his eye, as if call his mum and tell on you. Freaking unfair. But herO doesn't play fair, man. He's a Protoss player. Sorry, guys, I just hear Artosis in my head. herO's in trouble. Reynor still has a big lead, even after that Mothership hold. Lurker's still denied a massive amount of workers. But Reynor doesn't have a Spire, which means he's not playing a long game. He has to go. And I think he needs to split push, but he's actually gathering his whole army on that northern base. Is that going to be the correct move? It's a lot of Protoss. Well, that's a lot of Zealots, I guess. Where's the Storm? Has he still not made Storm? Oh my, I don't think he's made Psystorm. I thought he would have added it by now, but I didn't even check. He's just playing Arc on Tempest Zealot. herO's playing Mad Lad style. He's just playing big A-movie fighting style. Storms for cucks and tryhards, apparently. Oh my gosh. herO too cool for school. Coming in, the Archons are getting popped. The third base is getting over on his Zealot counter is actually kind of vicious, though. Is there enough there for Reynor to defend it? I do not know. Looks like Reynor's got a lot of Zealots in his third base, about 16 Zealots on his rally of +1 Zerglings. Remember, these are 2-1 Zealots as well. They do really well. The Ling Hydra's getting massacred as it pops out. Reynor's going to lose like 80 supply and a hatchery and a lot of drones to those Zealots. It's crazy how much damage those Zealots are doing, and the Tempest are going to clean up every lurker. If herO wins this game, I will actually just like Reynor has 0 chance of taking a map if herO wins this game from here. Like, he will be so tilted, he will literally have stepped through the Oblivion Gate, popped out, and there's just friggin' Rick Astley pelvis thrusting at him going, get wrecked, nerd. Zerg sucks, Like, I don't know. It just, I feel, Reynor, you have to win this game, mate. I want to see a finals go 4-3. I want herO to win. I wouldn't mind it. Either player can win, but I want a 4-3. Let's go, Hydraling Lurker. No Overseers! No Overseers again into Time Warp. Reynor's going to be so tilted. Mum. Oh, he calls his mum again and she saves the day. Dude. Reynor has to abandon a hatchery. herO is on his initial 2 bases with 19 probes. But he has 50 supply, army supply of Skytoss. Reynor refused to build a Spire earlier when he had the money, so he's stuck on Hydras. He doesn't have Overlord speed either. If he could get under those Tempests, obviously, he could do pretty well. There's still no Storm here, which is massive. Reynor's going to catch him on the way home, maybe. Maybe. Hydras are going there, but he can just go to the high ground. LOL! I'm on the high ground, you silly Zerg player. I think one Tempest got caught there. Oh, second Tempest does go down as well. Hydra's dealing with this army at the same time. I think Reynor might have him. Surely herO loses this game. After the wizardry he's already done in this series, I kind of feel like herO can't lose. And he's so clearly dead, but I still feel he can't lose. I'm commentating with my emotions. Logic is gone somewhere to a dark place to die. herO has thrown logic and calm, cool analysis in the garbage bin. He's trying to recall the rest of his army into the combat. That's what he was doing there, but the mothership gets focused down. Hydras are on top of the Tempests, and Reynor, after having to work so hard to take a single map. Oh, it's now a score board that it could go either way in the series. But if you think of it psychologically, it does feel like herO has a big edge. All right.
herO.
All right, guys. herO in the bottom right, Reynor in the top left. We are on the Foot Fetish map. Let's go. Top left, the Zerg player for Red Bull and Team Basilisk. He is...
Reynor.
Very nice. 10,000 feet, guys. Haven't seen too much CVP on this map right now. herO, he's been getting away with murder. I think he was in an okay spot in that last game, but Reynor actually has been doing a good job at just surrounding with overwhelming Ling numbers. I really didn't think that Lings would do well, but I guess with no Psystorm and just not... And because herO split his army up, I think that's actually maybe the wrong call. Like, a few Zealot run-bys is fine, but his Archons kept getting surrounded. And there's a point where you get to like 5 Archons together and the Zerglings just can't do anything against it. But 1 or 2 Archons on their own can get surrounded and killed very quickly by Zerglings. So Reynor, he's a master at finding those engagements. He's now got a little bit more confidence, a bit more pep in his step. Both players took a 5-minute bathroom break there, guys. Oh, dude, he's getting bullied off that patch. I really think Reynor should just pull a drone to attack him. He'd lose less mining time. I guarantee you, if he did it like Solar and just attacked him, he'd lose less mining. We're seeing a first-person view, but Reynor's already been bullied off one of his mineral patches. And it's so much more disruptive when your opponent does this. It's interesting. So he actually uses the gather command, right? Yeah, I've heard that pros do this where they like rapid-fire gather on the button, on the thing. Which is why you can see his command card spazzing the heck out like crazy. Yeah, I've never bothered doing that, and I honestly think my defense of this harassment's better than Reynor. I know that sounds really arrogant and cocky, but like I've watched this so many times in the last few weeks, and I'm pretty sure me just attacking him with a drone and then going back to mine and cycling the drone on and off loses less minerals than Reynor did. I'm pretty confident that his defense is one of the worst out of the top Zergs right now. I don't know exactly what it is, because they're both on LAN. I thought it might just be a thing when he's playing cross-server, but Reynor, I think, has really been getting annoyed by it. On the other hand, he's usually doubling up his workers afterwards. This time, he's only got 15 in the main, which is why he's missing one on one of those patches. The way I do it is I always pull a drone off one of the far patches that's not as efficiently mining. I'll just hit him once or twice, and then I'll go back to mine. Oh, it's not actually LAN, but you know, they're very close to the server, and they're at a LAN, and they're both playing to the Chinese server with very, very low ping from within China. So when I say they're at a LAN, I mean they're at a live tournament. Obviously, they still have to connect to the StarCraft server. There hasn't been competitive LANs since a long time ago, maybe 2015, 2016. I'm not sure. Maybe they had one at BlizzCon in 2018, 2019. They used to do it where they had to hire a security guard to protect the server because Blizzard didn't want to lose their IP like they did with all their old games. So only the biggest tournaments would have LAN, and they would literally hire... it'd be a massive tournament, and you'd have to pay Blizzard, get a license, and they would literally send out a security guard to guard the server box for like 24/7 for the event. Otherwise, they wouldn't let you get a LAN. So it was only at like the early BlizzCons and a few big tournaments like that. Did someone steal the game server? No, no one did it. But in StarCraft 1, it was just so easy in the old games to crack them. So they figured, hey, you know, we're not going to put anything... Ooh, we're going to hide that code as much as we can. Oracle gets 2 drones. 2 drones, not bad, not bad. But it's not amazing either. Reynor's fine. Third base goes down at 4 minutes. It's not the fastest third base. Here we go. Dep's cleaning up the Zerglings. Really good defense for herO. He's gone 4 gas, triple Oracle, guys. Twilight Forge will go down momentarily. Forge first, because that +1's super important. We do expect Zealots one more time. Oracle's going to find a few drones here. Oh, he's tearing him apart. You're tearing me apart, herO. You're getting too much damage on my boy. Reynor's getting bullied right now, dude. Good spore trick there. Doesn't get the next one, though. And the Adepts do go down. But 5 workers for 2 Adepts, not to mention the mining time, the chaos. You can tell Reynor's got herO under his skin a bit. And this is what herO's been doing all tournament long, is just butchering people in the early game and then flowing into the mid game and running away with it. Honestly, against Reynor, Reynor's been the only guy who I think is competitive with him in the early game. StarCraft was falling behind in the early game. Reynor's way more competitive than Solar or StarCraft was, but it's not being able to always convert it. That last game worked out, but even that one was rather tight. There is on the way now for Reynor. Not very early. He's going to go quick 4th base. No +1 melee. And it's actually Blink again. Now, I do think Reynor does much better against Blink than charge openings. I don't think he solved the charge opening, and I think herO might be letting him off the hook. I know it's hard to say this, but I almost feel like just keep going charge. You have literally crushed everyone. You lost 1 game with a charge opening to Solar. The only game you lost here to Reynor was with Blink. I think Reynor has so much practice against Blink openings. This is his comfortable place. Dude, these Adepts. Oh my gosh, they're so annoying. It's a lot of Adepts he's thrown away, though, guys. It's like 6 or 7 now? Quite a few. This is not... And he just keeps going. There is a point where, yes, if Reynor makes a big doo-doo and just has no units at home, this could really pay off, but it could be a point of diminishing returns as well. Here we go. Oh, Reynor getting some really big wins. He's already up 12 workers. Now he's going to get rid of 3 Adepts there for almost nothing. Hydroden's starting, but it's such a late Hydroden. Oh, the Oracles are going to kill the 4th? Dude, the 4th is almost finished building. Oracles don't care. I think maybe he should have canceled that to get a refund, but it is what it is. He's building mass Zergling right now as Reynor. Takes a 5th base, or new 4th base in the middle. He's going to rebuild that one as well. He's making so many Zerglings. Reynor really is just the massling guy. Good way of taking the power away from these Stalker Oracle builds. 200 minerals to drain 4 Oracles isn't the worst. It's not bad at all. I mean, he cancels it as well, right? Oh, no, he didn't cancel it, right? Yeah, so 275. It's the drone as well. It's 325 because you lose the drone. It's the time on the base that's more important. It's not the minerals, it's the mining time, as Eon Blue says in the chat, yeah. Because you could be on 80 drones right now, mining effectively. Instead, he's kind of like, well, I guess I have to make a ton of Hydras because I can't really go to that next stage. Robobay, but it's Infestation Pit. Did herO not see the Infestation? I think Reynor might delay the Hive. Honestly, I think he should just rush Hive anyway. I don't think Reynor should bother being sneaky. Just rush Hive. herO's spamming stasis traps. 1 queen goes down. Second queen gets transfused. It goes down as well. Good blink backs. Ling's trying to counterattack. Fourth base on the right side. Reynor's not expecting that. Otherwise, he could get a free cancel. Unfortunate. His Ling's back off on the right side of the map. Yes, I'm mini-map casting. Sorry, guys. I don't control the camera. Things are going to try to get through, but there's a lot of stasis traps down here. So many. There's even one behind all that. And of course, herO wants to blink with Hydras. Oh my god, Oracle's in the main. Oracle's in the main. But the queen, she survives. He's going to go for the Evo chamber. There is not a chance in hell you have enough energy. herO with the dumbest decision. Why would he go for a full hit point Evo chamber with 3 oracles that were almost out of energy? They were never going to be able to kill that. Oh no, he loses all. I think he's got 1 oracle. It's still on the edge of the main base that Reynor just let survive, but I think herO thinks it's dead as well. So neither player realizes there's still an oracle on the very edge of the map. I can see it on the mini-map in the main base. Remember, guys, the Gold League player has to take over sometimes, but then, of course, herO will hand the controller back to the God Gamer. It's much like the old Ni-Bencio relationship, I feel like. Second Robo Templar Archives, a few more gateways are coming up as well. Ling Hydra trying to deal with this. Oh, the Warp Prism almost goes down. Good reaction speed. herO, if other lesser Protoss would have flown into that, because he's blinking on the right side and he pulls the Prism back on the left. Ling's try to run in, sees the Colossus. Great scout for Reynor. He should build a Viper. Even just 1 Viper, 2 would be great, but 1 Viper is amazing. Oh, he's going to lose his 4th again. Meanwhile, units on the 5th. Hydra's trying to defend. Good focus fire here from herO in the midst of everything. He's still trying to back away. There's not enough Hydras to defend here on their own. The Zealots are tearing up the Zergling Hydra in the middle. And that means the Stalkers will deny Reynor's 5th base. Dude! He's so good at StarCraft, but he loses a lot of Zealots for it. And you know what's really going to hurt Reynor? Not realizing how early that 4th base has snuck up on the right side. herO's only on 70 probes, but he got that 4th way earlier than Reynor realized. 2 Vipers are coming out. Hats off to herO, who's already pivoting into Templar Archives. We should see Psystorm start up in a moment. He's got plenty of gas for it. It's just a bit starved on minerals, is herO. Should be starting Psystorm. He goes Stargate before Psystorm. Oh, no! Prism goes down. Reynor's got to feel good. Guys, there is I don't know if you've never played ZVP. There is a special feeling. Every race has this in certain situations in StarCraft where you kill something that is the most annoying thing in the world, and it feels so much better than other kills. Killing a Warp Prism in mid to late game PvZ, it just simplifies the entire game. You just remove the ability for Protoss to build units in your base, and it feels so good. I'm telling you, Reynor just got a little bit excited there. Just trying to explain how the players are feeling. Ooh! Okay. Hydra Lurker gets a little bit picked off. The Vipers can't push forward. High Templar are ready with feedback, but I don't think we've seen Psystorm just yet. herO's still very heavy on Stalkers. He's got to get into Immortals and the like. He's looking just for the feedback. Oh, the Oracle does spot the Vipers, but he was hoping to do that with Revelation. The Oracle going down is pretty good. Oh, it's the Xbox Game Bar! The producer just pressed a hotkey wrong. That wasn't me, guys. That was the producer on the clean feed. The whole live audience saw that as well. You could hear them react. The Stalker Aqua Colossus trying to come in. There's no Psystorm. He never made Psystorm. Disruptors go out. He drops some balls, gets a few Hydras, but that's all. Reynor with an attack on the left. The Lings have to pull back. Reynor's army is fragile, but he's got a big line of Lurkers, a big spready of Hydras, getting onto the 4th base. Excellent play here for Ray. And unlike the new Star Wars movie, I think people are starting to come around. I think they're starting to like this Ray. They're saying this Ray is pretty cool. I like some Italian Stallion in my StarCraft match, but unfortunately for them, I don't think 4 Lurkers stops a herO push. Oh god, here comes herO, but wait, he doesn't have detection. He flies over the Hydras, loses his Oracle, the Blinding Cloud, Spinecrawler Lurker defends. He pushes into the Lurkers in the picture as well. Those units get smashed. Oh my lordy McLord. Reynor puts herO back to 3 base. Lings are in the main because it's herO, guys. That's just a feature. It's not a bug, it's a feature. It keeps him on his toes. He says the reason other Protoss players are bad in chaotic situations is they're too used to fights only happening where they want them to happen. herO purposely lets his opponent penetrate his main and natural whenever he wants, just to keep herO on his toes. herO's like, nah, man, this is why I'm so good, because I let you get in the spot I don't want you to be, and then I'm good at handling it. Some would say you should do that in practice, not in the tournaments, but to each his own. Hatchery on the left side It's going to take some damage. Zerglings will go for a surround. It's a big meaty army, but still no Psy. Is he just hating Psystorm today, guys? Like, herO is just refusing to make Storm. Abducting into what? Reynor goes for a stylish abduct into 2 unburrowed Lurkers and 1 Hydra. Not his best move. Dude, the angle of Lurker Splash is delicious, but his numbers are just so low that he does get broken through. Where is the rest of Reynor's supply? Okay, it's up north. It's coming over now. Lings are going to go in again. He says, hello, thank you very much for leaving your pants down. herO's like, damn, how did he get in there? How did that happen? Oh no, it's a lot of Lings with +1. I think they might have Adrenal as well in the main. herO does get rid of this base though. herO could totally come back in this game. It's unlikely. He's in a bad spot, but this is herO versus Reynor. Reynor tilted super hard in game 4 against Maru, remember yesterday. And he actually came back and untilted himself almost instantly, but he played that one game like an absolute baboon. And Reynor has really been getting under his skin in this series, but it feels like with Reynor fighting back so well now with this Massling Hydra Lurker, this is such a unique style that Reynor plays. I really don't think it fits for anyone else. This is kind of like, you know when you watch Clem play and you tell new players don't copy this? If anyone out there is copying this style in the mid-level, you're going to have a bad time. Do not play the way Reynor is playing. If you're a normal human that's not a 500 APM best micro Zerg in the world, this is a terrible way to play. But for Reynor, he makes it work. Abducts and Blinding Clouds coming in, getting the Tempests! He's getting a few Tempests there. Nice abducts. The Lings are cleansing the natural as well. He's got Lurkers on top of some of the production. The Robos are going to go down, I think. Oh my. Lurkers trying to get in the main. I'd love to see him just leave those Lurkers spread around. Dude, that's a lot of probes. There's a lot of probes in that main base. The Zealots are going to get with the Revelation. Good Oracle response, but herO is vastly outnumbered. The Lurkers are on the front. The Archons are going to get popped. The Hydra Lurker is there. The Colossus Immortal, though, cleansing the Lurkers. Careful, Reynor. Careful. Reynor's only up 5 army supply. And remember, he keeps losing the top right base. Yes, he's way ahead on income, but you can still throw this game. He has no Lurkers against a guy with 3 Colossus. Oh, God, he has no Lurkers right now. Oh, BattleNet launcher. What is happening, guys? Sorry, guys, I just need to add to the production just to fit in right now. I feel like I got to be here as well. I can add my things on the screen as well. I want to be part of the show. Spines are there. They're going to be going down. We've got the Hydras and the Lurkers, the Vipers coming in. The Observer's so bloody excited right now, as are all of us. Abducting the Colossus and the Tempest. Lurkers have arrived. He loses another hatchery, though. How is this game so close? How is this game so close? Oh my gosh. Like, herO's a dead man right now running around, and I'm afraid of him knocking out the guy that's winning. Even though I know he should be dead, and he kind of still is dead. He's on 30 probes, half his stuff's depowered. Oracle, oh, that's expensive. 300 resources down the drain, flies into the Hydras. Lurker Hydraling here for Reynor. He finally gives in and builds a Spire, counters the Colossus and the Tempest, not to mention if a Mothership comes out. Dude, if a Mothership appeared, Reynor would tilt so hard. He'd be like, how do you afford that? You have no money! That's what herO should have done. He forgot to call mum this game. Nice, abducts. Tempest just get left behind for like the 4th time in this game. herO keeps just A-moving his army and leaving the Tempest behind. Why doesn't he use Neural? I don't get it. You can't. I mean, Neural's very expensive and it's very unreliable. It's quite short range. And Protoss players always have a mixture of Revelation with the Oracle as detection and Observers with their army. So usually those Infestors will die before they get a chance to Neural. Occasionally you'll see Reynor do like an Infestor Ultra style, because the Ultras will get on top and kill the High Templar, stop them from feedbacking those Infestors. But it's very hard to pull off. There's a few highlight games, probably around 2023. I remember one was on like Site Delta. There's a bunch of matches he had with Showtime, where Showtime had him dead to rights, and then he would come back and Neural Parasite the entire army. But it's kind of like a Hail Mary play. It's a bit of a stylish play. It's not a super reliable one. That being said, if you do watch a lot of YouTube, it is easy to think Neural Parasite's a god tier play. Because a lot of people, when they've already won games, like to style by mind controlling their opponent's units and make it look like it's more reliable than it is. Golden vibe. Beastie Cutie back in the day. I don't know if anyone does it much these days. I've never been good at it. But it used to be like Content Creator 101 is like, beat your opponent, step 1. Step 2, Neural Parasite units and play with your food for 20 minutes. because it's hard to pull off in an even game. You can do it though. You can do it, especially in a low economy game where there's not a lot of detection. Oh, the lurkers! The lurkers! The lurkers! Oh no! Oh my god, walks into the lurkers. That's going to be that. And Reynor, boy does he have to work unreasonably hard for these wins. But on the other hand, how the hell are his Zerglings so effective? I'm torn. I'm like, how is mass Zergling such a good strategy with some Hydra Lurker support, number one? Number two, how does herO still not die even when he's basically dead? Series is tied up 2-2. Reynor looks stressed. herO looks like he's pretty calm as always. Is that guy with the hat sleeping in the front row, guys? Oh my god, he's falling asleep. Guys, he's falling asleep. Maybe the guy who was saying that the audience has been paid to be there was correct. The guy with the hat had fully fallen asleep. Maybe they did pay the audience members to get there. Who knows? To be fair, he might have just been there for Oliveira's match, and then when Oliveira lost 2-0, he committed Sudoku. Who knows? You never know. You never know. All right, guys. Top right, the Protoss player on Enclave. It is herO. herO. And in the bottom left of Enclave in the Zerg, it is Basilisk, sponsored by Red Bull, their esports athlete, Mr. Reynor. Now this map, I think, is really good for Protoss if they have a very good special build. herO's build looks drunk. He's gone for a pylon on the high ground, guys. What the heck? You literally can take 3 bases for free if you just wall off at the front. And Reynor's like, no. herO, he's like, no, I'm going to wall off on the high ground and take the base that only gets 5 mineral patches. He's going to go Nexus first. You can Nexus first on the front base. It's just as safe. There's no way this is a good build, right? Unless he goes Nexus first, Cannon Rush. Dude, did you see that? He almost misplaced the Nexus. Dude, if he goes Nexus first, Cannon Rush, this is the build that me and Scarlet can never beat. Okay, no. He gives more respect to Reynor than that. I'm like, if you legit do a build that torches people on the NA ladder, if you do the build that like friggin' Rocker and Void and stuff mess people up with at 5.5k on NA ladder and 6k. No, it's just a gate into double gas. It's just a Nexus first. I just don't know why he wouldn't wall off at the front and take the better base first. I just think this is such a suboptimal way of playing this map. I think this is really like dumb build for herO. I really want to see him go charge again though. And we'll see what he does. I also think as Protoss, you can play this map completely normally. MaxPax never takes that back base. He just expands in a straight line along the front to the full bases. Ends up in a good spot. We'll see what Reynor does and if he handles it. But you guys know I despise 5 mineral patch bases. It's 5/8 of the amount of minerals you get from a normal base. Only half as much gas. And when you're very gas reliant as a Protoss, that's a big problem. I would say it's fine, because you might be like, but he's just going to go mass Zealot, so who cares? He doesn't need gas. Yeah, but herO, like, the problem is Reynor knows. Number one, he's down 3 mineral patches. Number two, Reynor knows he only has 3 gases. Like, kind of limits your options. Like, you see this as Reynor, and you're not even worried about Stargate play. Now, Reynor sees the core timing, so he knows it's a Nexus in the back. He's like, oh, this is a Nexus first. You've taken the backdoor Nexus. He knows exactly what's happening through inference. Stargate's on the way. It's not a very well-timed Stargate if it was a normal opening. Look at that wall off, guys. I think that's a solid choke point. What? Guys, how did that Zergling get in? Is Reynor hacking? How did that Zergling get past that? Oh, that's the first time herO's ever had a guy on door duty, and somehow that Zergling like slipped through. Did he grease that Zergling up or something? Whoa! I don't know how he got past that. herO's wall-offs are so crap. They're so bad. herO, I love you so much. Please never change. Alright, we'll see. Twilight Council comes down after 1 Oracle. That's after 3rd base, though. Okay. I think it might be Glaive Adept this game. It kind of looks like a Glaive Adept build, but I don't really know. It's going to be interesting. Sorry, guys. herO has brought me so much joy this tournament. Even when he's mauling people, he's done so much dumb stuff in the midst of like ruining the best Zergs in the world this tournament. It's been so much fun to watch. I kid you not, herO gives me so much joy while watching StarCraft. It just feels like other people, they're just trying to optimize the game, and herO is just trying to do things. Remember his interview from, was it Gamers 8 or EWC a couple years ago, where he said, they're interviewing the players and they're like, oh, Reynor's like, my style's very micro-oriented. I really like using Zerglings and outplaying my opponent. And like, Maru's like, I like to use superior timing attacks to win. And he gets to the herO interview and he's just like, oh, my only real goal is just to like annoy my opponent. I don't really think about something is efficient or good. I just want my opponent to feel irritated when they play StarCraft against me. And I was like, the man is self-aware. He's super self-aware. Like he knows how he plays, man. Second Oracle comes out, but it's quite delayed. This is a Glaive Adept build. Reynor needs to build Roaches, and he needs to build them soon. Will he realize, though? The Chronos on the Twilight, I think, are a bit of a tell. It's a pretty late Glaives. I think the Shade's coming soon. 6 Roaches are on the way. I think Reynor has a perfect read of what's happening, man. I think he's got a perfect read on what's happening. That's a lot. That's 10, 12. 12 Adepts. Woo! Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. 10 Adepts. I'm good at counting, guys. 10 Adepts there. The Zergling's going to go for a little wrap around, see if he can get in the wall off. He's like, is there a chance that maybe this guy doesn't have a unit in the wall? But he has a Zealot from the early game, so it's the one time he actually has a unit in the wall. herO, he's evolving. Nice wall off on the front here, though. 3 Evos to wall off those Adepts is very expensive, though. That's not a cheap move. Oh, the Queens deal with the Oracles. Nicely done. Spire! Oh, Reynor's going to try and play Spire. He's taking the 4th base in the left, but that's not got it. It's only got 1 gas on it. I kind of prefer the bottom right base on this map. It's just you can't really defend that from Oracles, so I can see why he's just taking the half base for now. Remember, hero's only on 2.5 bases, so he kind of needs this 4th. He's going to go Sky Toss. So Glaive Adept into Sky Toss is a bit special. I think Spire is amazing against this. Oh, Hatchery gets cancelled. This is another crappy half base. I hate that middle base. Bottom right's much better than that. Triple Evo. That's 2 of them finished. The other one, of course, is just a temporary door there. I think Reynor was planning to Muta swap this game. I think he's going to go Mutalisks. I don't think he's going to go Corruptors. If he knew it was Skytoss, he'd probably go Corruptors. Mothership first? Who needs Carriers and Tempest? Let's just build Mothership Zealot, guys. herO has started this game. He realized the mistake in the last one was not calling his mom. This time, he's going to backdoor Reynor while calling his mom at home. Saying, Mom, he's playing Zerg. They get lots of cheap units. It's cheating. I need a cloaking field, Mom. The Adepts are going to recall out. They get 4 drones. Good mining times and all. Doesn't lose too many of them. Oracle's being annoying with stasis traps as well. Only freezing. Oh, he's going to get all of his drones frozen, actually. Oh, no. He set it off with a Zergling. Good play. 5 Mutas are on the way. I don't think the Spy is being scouted. It's Tempest. Tempest can't really deal with Mutas too well. Like, they can shoot them from far away, but they can't kill them just yet. 5 Mutas are coming in. Baneling Nest as well. I'm very aware that I'm not doing super professional commentary this tournament, guys. If you're casting 8 hours straight, 2 days in a row, back to back, you just go with the flow. It's a bit of a hodgepodge, bit of a mix. Sometimes we're analyzing, sometimes we're talking shiz, sometimes we're just sharing stuff about the players. It's gonna be a bit of a random mix. Mutas go for the Oracles. Okay, interesting. Problem is, this announces what you're doing. Phoenix will start coming out, and Reynor's going back into ground. He has no idea what's happening. Reynor's severely misread this game, guys. Going for the Oracles there is not a good move. He needs to get in the mineral line and kill pros, but like, he's just going to play Hydraling Bane. If herO overbuilds Phoenix, he could still go get him. But Baneling speed's a while away. Hydra upgrades are a while away. Reynor really needs to get those upgrades, and he sees the 2-star Phoenix come out. I think, did any Tempests pop? At least 1 Tempest pop, so he should know what's up. He should know this is like Sky Toss late game. Are there Hydra upgrades, or is it just, it's Roach Ling? Now Corruptors is starting? Yeah, Reynor had no idea what was happening. Remember, he didn't do any Overseers or anything. That's always a problem. Reynor almost never Overseer scouts in this matchup. Same against Terran as well. He just doesn't Overseer scout much in general. It's one of those things that really would evolve his play. I feel like Reynor, with just a few Overseer scouts in the mid game, would be nigh unstoppable, because he had a great opening setup. Good economy advantage, but he's just taken too long to build the correct tech. If he could have already gone for a big round of Corruptors, he could have dove in, sniped a ton of air units, not taken all this harassment damage. But now he's kind of stuck reacting. He's got too much Ling Roach on the ground, which can't really break through the defenses, but he also doesn't have enough Corruptors to dive, and he's kind of like stuck. And if you get stuck defensive building a mixture of ground army and Corruptors, what do we call that, guys? This is Loco level ZVP. This is how you play Sky against Hydra Corruptor, Roachling Corruptor, not that much better. If your Protoss opponent maxes out with Storm Skytoss, he's going to wreck this army. Reynor needs to find a way to trade his army sooner rather than later. I love Loco. Loco basically resembles the pain of every Zerg player who's ever died to Skytoss before. We always end up half on Corruptors, half on ground, and not quite able to force a trade. This is good for Reynor. But he's got to go across the map and get rid of these units and find a way to get something that's not a horrendous trade. Anything that's not a super bad trade, he's got to get over there right now. What's the timing that's available to him? Well, Storm's not up. That's. I don't know if there's much static. herO's economy is kind of bad. He's only on 64 probes. Like, if Reynor knew what was happening earlier, I think he wins this game just by having tons more stuff than herO. And he still might be able to overwhelm him. It looks like he's going to go for a Doom Drop in the back. That's a clever move, but it's a tricky move. If it gets spotted, it will get shut down. Big if though. Spire upgrades haven't started. That's a problem. This is the 2-1 upgrades are going to be there soon. The carriers might legit beat the Corruptors. If you don't have any air upgrades, that's a problem. +1 air attack starts. Ultra Caverns on the way. Ultra Corruptor is one of the best ways of beating Skytoss in the mid-late game. End game, once there's Immortals added, not so good. But early late game can be good. And, oh, it gets spotted. He's going to lose his Dropper Lords. Oh, the Phoenix. Ruining Reynor's take. herO's economy is so bad behind this, and he's taking another half base. This is so crazy, guys. I feel like tactically, herO is 3 steps ahead, and economically, Reynor is 4 steps ahead. And I have no idea who wins here. Because, like, the upgrades and the Skytoss is not being scouted, but there's no Psystorm, and there's just not that much static D because herO is so poor. But herO is getting so much damage with Phoenix and catching drops and shutting things down. He sees them again, but this time the Corruptors are there, and those Phoenix are going to get shut down. The Mothership and Tempest, I think, can easily deal with the drop, though, if they get in position. That's a big if. The army's way out of position right now. Going to come with Ling Roach on the front as well. Reynor has so much more money. He's not even maxed out. He's got 3,000 minerals in the bank. He's going to go Ultra soon. The army on the front gets wrecked. The drop is still heading towards the back door right now. herO does not have Storm. He's making Flux Veins Void Ray Archon? herO just hates Psystorm today, doesn't he? He wants to make Speed Void Ray Archon. What in the heck is he doing? I love it. Very cool style. Very cool style. And as he gets to max out, I feel like Reynor's missed a massive window in this game. Just because herO's playing such a... Who goes Glaive Adept into Skytoss? It's not a thing. No one else does that. But that's what herO does. herO does things no one else does. And you cannot count anything for granted when you're playing him. But Reynor snipes his 5th. Remember, herO's still only on 3.5 bases. And those bases will start mining out. Reynor's on 5. Trying to get a 6th base up. Or 4.5, I should say. Infesta Ultra coming out. Look at this army, though. Reynor is not maxed. Reynor's Ultras aren't ready. His Kindness Plating isn't ready. He's got to wait for more units, but he's not ready. herO's not going to give him time to prepare. Reynor keeps losing late game recently in this matchup because he fights when he's not got a big enough army. He's down in army supply right now, and most of it's in the eggs. It's not ready to fight. But he might have to pull the trigger before he's ready, and that means he will definitely lose. If he fights right now, he will definitely lose. He has to give up this base, but units are popping to their death. Ultras are very slow to build. They're going to take a while to get out, but the Lings are inside. herO did not wall off. Of course herO didn't wall off. He's lost 28 probes behind this. This did not need to be such an all-in. But of course, herO thrives when he loses all of his economy because he left his back door open. There are 16 Corruptors, 19 Corruptors with +1, but it's 2-1 Skytoss, and the Void Rays will wreck him. Dude, herO recalls. This is going to be a 35-minute game. He recalls, but he's lost all of his economy. He's on only 40 probes, and this gives time for Reynor to rebuild. Reynor needs to build. This game's going to go on. Okay, the Vipers, if they can parasitic bomb the Void Rays in the big battle, that'll be big. The problem Reynor's going to have is, does he actually have enough Ultras to beat the Archons? There's so many Archons. Reynor's slightly ahead on mineral income. He's about like 400-500 minerals a minute ahead. But the gas income can make mass Archon. There's 7 Ultras against 8 Archons. I think head-to-head the Ultras win. But there's a lot of carriers and Void Rays that could cause problems as well. No Psystorm. Reynor might barely have enough to fight. I think he's going to go. He's going to go for it. The Infesta's there. No Microbial Shroud. He throws a Fungal. Time Warp is so good. Parasitic Bomb's doing nice damage. The Corruptor's fighting in Time Warp, which is a really big problem. Mothership tanking like crazy. The Ultras lose to the Archons. They were too clumped up. And herO... What in the world was that? That was a game of StarCraft. herO, herO, herO. Everyone's chanting for herO right now. The audience is loving it, man. Dude, it's insane. It truly is insane, man. It's like, Reynor's economy was miles ahead. I think herO's opening was trash. Reynor's defense of the Adepts, really good. But then Reynor didn't scout. And he revealed his 5 mutas and then just went back into Roach Ling. What was Reynor's plan? And I'm actually curious. This is a question. What was his plan with going 5 Mutalisks and then just making Roach Ling and going Hive? It felt like he could have done so much off of that economic lead he had. I think even Mass Muta might have been okay if he didn't show it to the Oracle. I feel like if he snuck 20 mutas around the edge, he could have flown in and done big damage. herO was sitting on like 65, 68 probes for a very long time. And it just felt like the game got really, really weird because he just didn't realize there was a weird Skytoss transition after the Glaive Adepts. He kind of played under a certain assumption, and then he went for like drops and things. He got a bit confused. Things got crazy. I mean, such a weird game. Hats off to herO for just distracting and confusing him. And also herO refusing to play Psystorm in this grand finals and smashing despite it. Game 6, it's match point. This is going to be crazy. It's going to be on White Rabbit, Tourmaline if we go to game 7. All right, guys, this could be the final game. I'm hoping it's not because I want to see more games. herO looks tense. He realizes this is a big tournament. It's a big prize pool. The top right side, representing Red Bull and Team Basilisk, it is
Reynor.
herO, of course, in the bottom left side of White Rabbit. Must have already done his intro. I'm just excited, man. Cool game. Yeah, I think I don't really like herO's opening on that last map. I do think his economy was quite hurt, but it always plays different, that map. It plays a bit weird. And Glaive Adepts, even though they got defended, they forced a lot of Evo chambers. They kept Reynor pinned on 7 gas for a long time. Reynor didn't really have the gas to go heavily into mutas. Maybe if he went for the bottom right base, even if he got it cancelled. I think he should have taken the bottom right base as his 5th anyway, a bit earlier, but it is what it is. And he just doesn't scout the Skytoss for too long. He's got to check what herO's up to, man. herO, you can never assume what he's doing next. It could be Colossus, it could be... But it's definitely not Storm. And that's kind of one of the crazy things. If you think about this series, we've had 5 games. I don't think we've had Storm come in. Have we seen a single Psystorm? If so, it's only been much later in the game. And you'd think against a guy who's not going standard at all in the entire series, you would always be like, I got to check what he's doing. I got to check what he's doing. But Reynor is more of a, hey, I have a plan. I'm going to do my plan guy. And Serral's the guy who's like, I got to check what he's doing, you know. Serral's the guy who obsessively oversees scouts. There were a few Storms in game 2 at some point. Yeah, maybe quite late, right? Like he added it later on or something. Slightly better micro this time for Reynor, but still getting bullied. Now we go to herO's first-person view. I love seeing the first-person view. You can see he's accidentally mined the minerals this time, so he's not going to be as successful with the probe micro. The Storm saved his butt on Winter Madness. Oh yes, Storm did do really well. And how did that work out for Serral? You mean the guy who's beaten Serral like herO 27 times on land and lost once to him? Total hemlock. I think you might want to check your stats before you make big statements in the chat. This is always the guy who's like, well, how'd that work out? I'm like, I don't know, man. He's the most dominant win record versus herO of any pro player in existence all time. He's literally mauled herO so many times at big tournaments. There's a good point from chat, though. Getting scouted doesn't always matter because herO's builds are a bit weird and he'll pivot in strange ways. You know, it was so weird because Serral kind of just lost the early game and got ran over by herO's multitasking, which is not normally how you see herO beat Serral. Normally you see him trick him a bit more with something, catch him off guard, but it felt like he just did really good, sharp, optimized Zealot Oracle builds and did good multitasking and got ahead. Oh, gonna get the creep tumor. Well played. Oracle's coming out. Yeah, I don't feel like herO's had to be too crazy tricky in this tournament because his early game's been so good. But here against Reynor, it feels like he's sometimes just he's falling behind almost like a little bit consistently in the economy. But to do that, Reynor is delaying his tech, which means like any Hydras, Mutas, things, they're not coming out crazy fast. So Yeah, I don't know if he's overall behind. He's definitely behind in economy in a lot of these games. Oh, beautiful timing here for Ray. And that's only 7 Zerglings. Getting a 3rd Nexus cancel for 7 Zerglings? That is crazy. And a Pylon? Oh, that's a big doo-doo for herO there. Very greedy. He gets caught out, man. 2 Adepts already going down and the link and not leaving the Oracle at home. If your Adepts get surrounded, you have to defend the 3rd with the Oracle. herO's opening is totally scuffed now. He's going to take the 3rd on the other side. This is huge. Oh, and the Adept's out of position. Oh, no. herO not really a master of putting his units in the wall very well. You can see that Adept was just a bit out of position. Glaive Adept's coming in. It's going to be 3 or 4 gate Glaives behind this. Reynor's already got a Roach Warren halfway done, though. I think he's looking really good. If you've already lost 3 Adepts, Glaives already loses a bunch of its power. That's a good point from Twitch chat. Good point for me on blue there in the chat. The Lings surrounding the Adepts. Another one goes down. Dude, is he going to lose 5 Adepts before the Glaives kicks in? It's going to be like a Roddy Glaive Adept build. If you guys... Okay, one of them does survive there. But I don't know if you guys have ever seen Roddy play Glaive Adepts. He opens Glaives, it gets scouted, and he only builds 2 Adepts. And then he just doesn't even commit with them. And every Zerg builds like 12 Roaches, and he's like, where are the Adepts? Where are the Adepts? And then Roddy just like keeps building like Phoenix and DTs and macroing. And you're like, who does this, Roddy? And you check the replay because you think, oh, he must have mind gamed me. It was actually Blink the whole time or Charge. No, he finishes Glaives. He just doesn't use it unless you then move out for an attack and then randomly 2 Adepts shade into your natural and 3rd and you lose 30 drones. 4 minutes after Glaives finished. 3 Evo's going to go down. I love the emergency wall off here. Brilliant play there for Reynor. Link counterattack gets 3 more probes. Where are the Roaches? Sometimes when you ruin a Protoss's opening, you get a bit greedy afterwards and you leave yourself open to a counterattack. That's exactly what's happened here. Reynor playing a lot like I do. Crush your opponent's early game, try to get extra greedy because of it, and then just get completely caught off guard. I mean, it's a good Evo chamber. Like, losing a few queens is way better than the alternative. But, oh, he's even getting a few probes here. Another probe, so it's 4 more probes go down as well. Good micro. He does have a quick 4th. The Roaches are coming. This is wall off up. Oh, God. Evo. Oh, it's a trap. He was hoping that Shade would commit, actually. But he keeps his 4th alive. Reynor needs to rebuild anti-air. He's rebuilding queens right now. I think Reynor might do a Roach Max this game. It is a blink opening, though, for herO in the follow-up. herO doing his most standard follow-up to date. And, oh, he's going to commit to the Shade this time, is he? No, he's not. But actually, the Adepts fighting impressively well against the Roaches. Once Roach Speed finishes, the Adepts get really punished. But until Roach Speed finishes, the Roaches can't really chase off creep. herO messing up his early game terribly, getting his 3rd cancel, losing 3 Adepts. Calmly turns a Glaive Adept pressure into potentially even a lead here. Look at this, he's actually killing Roaches, dude. He's like killing Roaches with Adepts like, quite efficiently. This is insane. Reynor accidentally finished his Evo chamber in his wall, which means he's trying to tear his own wall down. He tears it down as the Glaives come through. Reynor, look at his face, guys. Look at his lips right now. He is losing his 4th to a rally of Glaive Adepts. He tried to drone in the middle of this. He's playing herO. He should not have droned. He should have kept massing Roaches. The Lings are near worthless against this. He needs just mass Roach to defend on the front. The Lings are coming down. herO, though, he doesn't have much of a follow-up, right? It's +2s on the way, but not that much else. Reynor's going Roach Hydra right now. He could also do a Roach Hydra. It's a really good attack against the guy who's just playing Blink Stalkers. I think herO's early game was so bad, but his pressure has been shockingly good. That being said, Reynor did get away with building drones in the midst of this. If he can defend this, he's at 22 Adepts at 8 minutes or something. What is this, man? Reynor might lose his 4th. Of course, his Lings get in, but the Warp In blocks them on the 2nd layer of the wall off. Reynor going after the probes, but he's going to get inside the main base. 4th hatch goes down. Dude, it was like the 15th wave of Glaive Adepts. Takes out the 4th base against the guy who's massing Roaches. What in the world are you made of? Somebody find me a way to get some of herO's grandma's kimchi, because I want whatever the hell he's eating that has developed his brain and the ability to play StarCraft like this. Man plays like he's drunk while also mauling the best Zergs in the world. This has been one of the greatest PvZ runs we have ever seen in ever. I mean, think about it. Think about the quality of opponents. Round of 8 StarCraft, round of 8 Solar, Grand Finals Reynor, all looking pretty darn good. There's question marks about Serral's level right now, but they're all pretty damn good. Oracle Adept goes for the dive. That might be a bit of a mistake. Why did I compliment him? I'm sorry, guys. I may have just pulled out the caster curse. herO glaives his Adept Oracle on top of the Roach Hydra. The man just sticked his arm inside the wood chipper to find out what happens. I kid you not. He just stuck his arm in the wood chipper because he was like, I think this might work. And I'm like, what might work? And he's like, spaghetti fingers. And he like waves his arm and there's like bits of flailed flesh and spaghetti shapes just spraying blood everywhere. And I'm like, herO, go to the hospital, man. Why did you stick your hand in the wood chipper? And he's like, I'm herO. I do what I want. And then he just runs off like Naruto for some reason. I think he's going to get overwhelmed now. I mean, you can feel the trauma that Reynor experienced this game. He may lose this map, but I think Reynor might be so traumatized from losing a 4th base and about 1 billion roaches to Mass Glaive Adept. Reynor might actually tilt. He might actually tilt. Because there wasn't really any follow-up. It was just Stalkers and a 4th base for some reason on the far left of this map. There was no Storm, no real proper fighting army other than Stalkers behind this. Adepts are not going to scale well against Roach Hydra. And herO is going to try to pull back. He's going to try and fight this out. He will get overrun. There's 16 probes on that gas right now. They're starting to fall. The Hydras have the Stalkers cornered. Probes turn to fight. He's still warping in Zealots on top of the Roaches. And of course, Reynor will get a win there. herO, I love the look on his face. He's like, damn, he beat the Adept Headbutt? Man just fought Iron Man in Iron Man's suit, and he thought headbutting him with his own bare skull on the friggin' vibranium armor of Iron Man was a good idea. That was a bit of a crazy move. I think if he stopped committing to Adepts, pivoted to Storm, took a normal 4th base, and just split his Adepts up for counterattacks, it was almost impossible for Reynor to counterattack him for a few minutes. He might have been able to actually play that out and turn it to a win. That was a bad head, but you can see the idea was, look, if I just kill these Hydras instantly with the bonus to light from the Adepts and Oracles, I can snowball this and then, you know, run away from the Roaches or something. But even though he did kill the Hydras pretty quickly, there was like 30 Roaches on it. It's like all that greed from Reynor of droning in the middle of it, keeping 70 drones up and getting +1, getting Roach speed and having all of them together. It would have made sense if he was shading on, oh, most of the Roaches are over here and I'm shading on the 10 Roaches that he only sent to deal with my shade. And that's not enough. And I can actually kill them and then shade away before the rest of the army gets there. Crazy move for herO, but that's what we live for. All right, guys, it's game 7. And guess what? Sorry, we're coming in 50 seconds in. But Reynor just went hatchery before Overlord on 15 supply. Because he knew herO was going to try and block his hatchery. And he avoids the block, gets the hatchery down on the natural. And that's huge. I don't think this is game winning, but it gives him an edge. It's a big read that he thought herO was going to go for the block on Tourmaline. And it gives him a slight advantage in the opening. He's going to go pool. After that, before gas. Interesting. Solar usually goes gas before pool, I feel like. Actually, no, maybe not. I do think you should go pool because you want to try and get those 2 queens started as normal. Still getting out microed, I believe, here by herO, but not as bad as before, actually. He's kept his mining pretty solid, man. And he does attack now while waiting for that gas to finish. Good call, good call. Since he's already got 16 on minerals. herO's point of view now, guys, for game 7. Now the trick here for herO, just let the greatest player of all time control the mouse and keyboard in the crucial moments. The gold player control when it does not matter. This is not the Eric opener, guys. No, that's a 15-15, the old Eric opening. No, this is just getting the hatchery down early. That's all. You only do 1 extractor trick with this build. Actually, no, you still do. No, you just. Oh, you do a 2nd extractor trick usually after the Overlord starts. Yeah. But that's so it kind of looks similar because of that. But it's just because you're trying to get the hatchery down early. You're still trying to get fast link speed, fast 3rd base. It's purely just a reaction in this matchup. Solar does a lot. Reynor does a lot. Cyril's been doing it a fair bit. But it's essentially just a modified normal build. The reason he goes pool before is just to not delay the queens too much, because you've delayed 3 drones quite a bit by going for that hatchery before Overlord. Stalker on the way. No chronoing Adepts across this map. Interesting soundtrack right now. I have no idea what track this is. It's a bit weird. I think they're trying to like put intense music for game 7, but it's kind of throwing me off, not gonna lie. Once again, herO does the dodgy wall off. It's a terrible wall off. But Extra pylon in the wall's not the end of the world. Overlord's gonna go down. This is the Zerg music, says chat. Oh. Yeah, I don't listen to the Zerg or Protoss music. I only listen to the Wings of Liberty soundtrack. I mean, I have like 1 or 2 tracks from Heart of the Swarm that I like. I don't like the Zerg music that much. I'm not used to it. It's been a decade since I listened to it, I think. Oracle's on the way, number 1. Number 2, Oracle as well. The Overlord's already made a getaway, man. Oh, he didn't check. The Overlord escaped on the backside of the pillar. He didn't patrol his Stalker properly, so he was sight blocked in the direction the Overlord left. Clever escape for Reynor. He'll lose the Overlord, but kept it alive a lot longer. Wasted a bunch of herO's time here. herO's going to take a third on the left side. Oh, interesting. herO with a weird expansion pattern might trick Reynor. Oh, Reynor goes to check for it, though. Zergling sees it. Very well done. Yeah, I haven't listened to the in-game soundtrack in well over a decade, I think. I just listen to my own playlist that just has the tracks that I like. It's an early melee. Reynor hasn't done this in this series. I love that he's hiding it. I do think herO should go back to charge. No Zerg has shown an ability to deal with his charge build in this whole tournament. If he just plays charge, I honestly don't know. I think Reynor could play Hydraling Bane. I think +1 melee will help him out. He's going to play Bane Nest. Yeah, okay, cool. Bane Nest versus charge. Okay, this is exactly what we want to find out. Does this work? It's an early melee. It'll be done before +1 for Protoss, which means you're going to be fighting him with Zerglings. If you can surround with decent numbers, obviously if you can hit Banelings on clumped up Zealots as well, you can overwhelm with this. So I think this is the sort of style where if you look at the way they've played and the fact that Reynor has consistently got ahead in economy off the early game off of herO, not every game, but most games, with this fast mobile style, he could shut herO down with Hydraling Bane. He might actually destroy him in the mid game if he doesn't take big surprise damage from the early Zealot Archon, which may be a big if. Since the Lair's just started, Lair always gets quite delayed when you go melee and Bane Nest before this. Reynor's also building a lot of Zerglings right now. Not a crazy amount, but definitely a decent amount. Almost like he wants the Stalker pressure to come for herO, and then he wants to counterattack with mass Zergling and like mess your workers up. Alright, lots of gateways coming in. Warp Prism's on the way. There will be a Zealot Archon timing. If you can get Hydras out in time for this, you can shut it down much harder, but I don't think that's possible. He's going to have to defend with Queenling Bane. 8 more drones are building, but he was supply blocked before. These 8 drones are way later than they should be. So I do think Reynor's income nowhere near as good as it's been growth-wise from the earlier games, and the Zealot Archon are going to hit like a brick. 2 Archons already morphing. Hydroden's just started. herO may just win this game with the Zealot Archon push. Even though he's going 6 gas, he's probing. It's still like, I just feel like 1 round of Zealots coming across with this, or 1 big warp in of Zealots. What's he got? 20 Zerglings? 3 Queens on the front? Banes will help. Banes will help. But if the Archons can focus those down, that can be big. Reynor's lost very few units in the early game, but herO's out macroed him despite that, because he was chronoing probes really hard this game. My head is in my hands right now. My hands are on the other side of my face. 4th base is going to get killed. Okay, 4th base going down is not the end of the world. 2 Hydras are there in their eggs. Overlord's going to go down as well. I like the way the Prism is scouting to see if there's an army coming. Gets a hatchery and runs away. Okay, so herO's happy with that. He doesn't want to overcommit. herO playing safe. How peculiar. But intelligent. Hydra's coming. Groove Spines first. It's a lot more Zealots and Archons. Oh, he's still committing. It's just pure Zealot Archon Immortal. The style that StarCraft, Reynor's teammate, really struggled with. Solar did as well. It's a lot of units. These Banes need big connections. He's got to protect the Banelings from the Archon Oracle. He needs more Banes as well. Yeah, good call. There's so many Zealots. It's mostly a Zealot army. Banes should stop that. Reynor's going +1 range. He's going into Hydras pretty heavily. 75 drones against 66. No 4th base started. On paper, Reynor is far ahead. But guess what? herO's like, guess what, guys? I know how to make Storm. He did this every game against Serral. He's remembered how to make Storm here against Reynor now. And it's the correct way to play. He's also going to take that central base. Bane speed begins. It'll finish around the time Storm comes in. 1 Oracle almost goes down. Prism's going into the main base. +1 range and Bane speed on the way. But he's here and he's prepared, man. Zealots ain't going to do nothing. Hydras are there. Banelings purposely not running in. Run away! Oh my gosh, that's a lot of anti-Zergling units. This is one of the threats. This army is so good at killing Zerglings. Remember, he made it work on, was it Winter Madness, right? Did Reynor with the surrounds on the Archons and stuff? I don't know if he's going to make that happen again, though. This time it's going to be about the Banes. And when Storm kicks in, are the Banes going to struggle? This is such a close... It all comes down to the engagement. This is a pure micro battle. And there's no other way. Oh, the stasis traps are going to be big. They're going to stop the Ling flank. The stasis traps are big. herO's getting a position here. Bane speed's not quite ready. Second string finishing. The Zealots headbutt into the Banelings. Terrible micro for herO. Awful engagement. Absolutely awful engagement for herO. Oh no! The Zealots headbutted into the Banelings. Who needs Bane speed when your opponent delivers their entire army on a platter for you? What the fudge am I looking at? The Lings are in the base. It's been every single game for him in this entire tournament is letting Zerglings in the main and the natural. He's done it again in the midst of the most important moment where he needed to keep it together. The Lings get 6 more probes. Reynor is up 50 supply. He's got an upgrade equivalency as well. herO does not have probes on that 4th base. He's just transferring to it. And herO does not have much. He's got energy recharge, Psystorm, but he's lost all of his Immortals, Archons, and High Templar. Those were the units that would have been amazing at defending against this army. But pushing on creep and getting himself surrounded, he thought he was driving a wedge between Reynor's army and getting in between him and his economy where Reynor would have to eat the storms. But instead, he was too deep on creep and he ended up eating the Banelings. It was very poor micro for herO. No Zealot counters into the main, no active Warp Prism. It was a bit of a sloppy engagement. herO was up 2-0 in this grand finals. I could have sworn he was going to win this. Reynor has been getting mauled by players and then turning the series around all day yesterday and today. And he's making amazing comebacks. And he's been doing it again and again. And he might be able to do it here. But remember, this is herO versus Reynor. And we've already seen him get leads in this match and then either struggle really hard to finish it off or throw the game a little bit. This is herO. I think he's capable of making a comeback from any situation. And this is no different. If he can keep the 4 bases and the gases up, he can do it. Reynor should keep trading because the storm count is low right now. But Reynor's giving him time to prepare and gather a lot of storms. Yes, cleaning the Zealots is good. But that's a lot of storm. Oh my god, how does he have so much storm? Energy recharge is good. Okay, he's got to flank this army. The thing is, herO's army is way out of position. If he loses these units, it's lights out. Oh no, he's gift trapping his army for Reynor to jump on. Reynor does eat a big storm though. And Reynor's eating massive storms. Oh, but the Lingbane Hydra is going to eat those to get on top. It's worth it if you kill these Protoss units. Killing the Protoss army, one of the most difficult things in this matchup. But the Zealot Reinforce comes in, the Prism as well. It's a lot of Zealots. The War Prism saves the day. Reynor may have overextended. herO, is he about to make the most disgusting comeback? This is the most herO game I have ever seen. Reynor may have just eaten too many storms, getting excited chasing that army. What in the hell? herO threw away an army and then he's going to win. This is exactly what happened in the Colossus game at the start of the series. Throw an army away and then win the game anyway. His name is herO. I don't know how he's not sponsored by Soju right now because the man plays like an absolute drunk while being the best Protoss in the world. He is a frigging legend. He baited him into those storms. Reynor thought he was catching the winning fight on that army, and instead he walked through 5 Psystorms, lost his whole force, didn't get the important units. Lings are in the base again. herO leaves his door wide open, but he's got Reynor back to 4 bases. At this point, herO is just trying to entertain us. Only loses 3 probes. He had an Archon in the main. I don't know. Did he recall? Somehow the Lings ran in the main. There was an Archon there. Must have been a recall or something like that. The Hydraling Bane army is having what it is. The audience is laughing at herO leaving the door down every single time. The Chinese casters have been making a lot of fun of that, as have I. Hive and Lurkaden's on the way, but Reynor's only on 70 workers, and he doesn't have his 5th base up anymore. I cannot believe this. The Zealot's going to run down the bottom side. Fleet Beacon's there as well. Remember, guys, herO was in a really... I think Reynor should have been able to do more after crushing that army. Because herO didn't have the gases on the 4th. Like, should herO really have been able to defend his 4th from a counter? Should Reynor have just gone straight across the map? I mean, I'm not in control of the observing, so I can't show anything, guys. But I'm pretty sure Reynor could have just gone and killed the 4th after the hold. I don't see why he didn't go kill the 4th. And his whole army pulled back for some Zealots. Obviously, even without that, he'd be fine, but he chased and threw away way too much Lingbane Hydra into that army. I think even if he just did a big Lingbane counter on the south side into the natural or something while attacking the top and distracting, but Reynor, he's now up against the wall, down 20 army supply against a massive Storm Archon Zealot. There's not that many basic fighting units. It's almost all Psystorm, but Reynor standing in the storms. The Hydra's getting rinsed. The Archons end up eating quite a bit of storm damage. The Banes, lots of Banes coming in. The Storms being eaten by both sides. The Archons are a little bit tankier. Is there enough Hydraling to finish it off, though? Yes, there is! He goes on creep and throws his army into his own Psystorms and the enemy Banelings yet again. herO trying to throw this series round 2. He goes on creep and throws his army away. This is truly a game that deserves its own HBO series, guys. It is a game of throws. I can hear the starting music already right now. Dun, 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 dun. You can hear the theme song. herO right now is pushing friggin' Reynor's little brother out of a window because he got caught banging Stats, his Protoss brother. They're doing some Wincest or something. You're like, what is happening here? This is the most ridiculous grand finals we've seen in a long time. Lurker Rangers coming in. Reynor's back in the supply lead. If you guys have a good memory, 2019... BlizzCon, round of 16, group stage, played out of the GSL studios. The final map they played, herO and Reynor in the group stage. Reynor came back in a game just like this. He had no business winning it, and it was a game where they both got down to 20 probes. They base traded each other. They both rebuilt, and for some reason, herO thought going carriers was a good time with a good idea with no upgrades. This is reminding me of that series. herO didn't make it to BlizzCon playoffs themselves because the group stage for BlizzCon was played in Korea for that one, which was really sad for him. And Reynor like clutched victory from the jaws of defeat. This might be a repeat of that story. Who's throwing? Actually, they're both throwing. These guys both should, if there's any people for Major League Baseball, I think they're going to be sending a lot of recruiting messages to both of these players after this game. This is ridiculous. It's the pressure of the moment. You're on big stage. You haven't been on a big stage for a long time. As Reynor, you can't read your opponent because he's unreadable. He defies logic. As herO, you've got to deal with the fact that every 3 minutes you have to swap chair with a Gold League player who takes the controller off you and just throws your army away. If herO could just make sure, like, give the Gold League the controller now when nothing's happening, and then get the God tier side of yourself to take control, and just don't throw your army away on creep. I mean, you're down 20 supply, but you've got Storm Immortal Archon. There's no way for Zerg to kill you here. You've got a Mothership as well. Just don't get your army surrounded on creep. Reynor's army's not in position, actually. So he does lose a hatchery. That's like a pretty good snipe. He's got such a small army, though. 2 Immortals, 2 Archons, 7 or 8 Zealots, and it's just Storm. His army is almost purely Storm. Oh, Reynor goes for a counter, though. I think this might be good for Reynor. As it's all about setting up good fights. And if you can be the one creating the chaos, tactically giving up a base to try and get Protoss to take a bad fight, this is where victory could lie. Recall into the Lurker Hydra Baneling. Absolute mad dog. herO recalls into Lurker Baneling. Both sides get hit big time. Storm destroys Reynor's army, but a lot of the High Templar died almost instantly to the Lurker Splash. The Nexus will go down. I don't know who comes out on top there. That was a needlessly chaotic decision for herO. herO did not need to recall into Lurker Baneling. He loses almost all of his High Templar. At the end of the day, though, he's got 2 bases coming up in the bottom. Reynor doesn't. I think it's a good trade for him. The Storms did not get dodged by Reynor at all because he had to stand his ground there. The Lurker's burrow. Big Storm. Get out of that Storm. Get out of that Storm. Does get out of it. Good dodging. +1 flyer attacks as well as +2 plasma shields coming in. herO's remembering upgrades. Reynor's forgotten about upgrades a long time ago. This game is too intense for him. He's going to start Lurker harassing, which is a good call. Ooh. Reynor's still up 20 supply, but remember, no Spire in this game, which means Tempests are a massive problem. He shift-clicked the Lurker. Oh my god, the Lurker's too stupid to burrow. He told it to burrow there, but it couldn't figure out how to move between the mineral line. You absolute peanut brain. Oh my god. Lurkers are so stupid sometimes. Alright, Lurker Hydra gets on top. I think the Spire is what matters here. It's not just the upgrade lead, it's the Spire, man. Mothership and Tempest coming out. I'm going to trade bases. This is a worse base for herO to lose because he's got production there and it's between himself and another base. But herO's going to continue on the push path at the front. Hydra's lunge under the Tempest in the picture on the picture. One Tempest almost goes down. It barely survives. But look at this army right now. This is the Game 7 we've been asking for. The Game 7 we deserved. One drunk Korean man. He was saying earlier he brought his wife to this event so they can travel together and have some fun afterwards and just chill out exploring China. I thought it was very wholesome and very nice. It turns out he was having some drinks with her at the bar before this finals. That's the only explanation for how he's been playing this. Reynor, on the other hand, looks more brain damaged and tilted than anybody ever has been. And that's what happens when you play 7 games in a row against herO. There is no way to keep cool and logic and cohesion. Like, basically, right now, Reynor's brain is trying to detach from his body because he's trying to conceive what herO is doing in the game. And he just can't. He's, this game is hurting my head. How does he ever deal with this army? Time Warp's the problem. He can't engage into Time Warp. And if herO goes in and gets all of his tech, while keeping his own tech and production alive, that's big. One Spore Crawler does go down. Now remember, guys, PvZ, from the Zerg perspective, it's all about baiting the Protoss army into the open so you can kill it. It's not about killing economy or bases. It's about killing their army. And that army for herO looks kind of unkillable without Corruptors. Even with Corruptors, it's tough. Storm doing crazy damage on those Overseers, as well as one Lurker getting popped. But a bunch of Archons and Probes going down. He will take out this base as well, removing herO's last vestiges of income. But here comes the recall, and that's a lot of Lurkers that could be going down. Yeah, another like 3 or 4 Lurkers. The Overseers need to run! Oh no! Oh, that's so much money in Overseers! He just lost like 8 Overseers! They got caught by the Storm and the Tempests. Oh no! He's almost supply blocked his Reynor. Reynor's only got 1 base on the far middle right of this map. He did keep some tech alive. herO did not stop to snipe his tech. The audience is getting excited right now. Some of them are shouting herO, some of them are shouting Reynor. A little bit hard to make it out as they all are absolutely crazy. I mean, herO has a scary army. Like I said, no Spire, no Corruptors. That's 9 Tempests. How do you deal with 9 Tempests with Psystorm? If herO just keeps making High Templar, reinforcing that Storm, and tagging this army with Revelation, the army can't escape. It's an evil game of Ring Around the Rosie right now. He's gonna lunge! He lunges, but it's not enough, man. He's got like barely as many Hydras as there are Tempests. And I think herO might finally, he's made this final so excited. He went full YOLO mode and shaded his Adepts in Game 6 on top of the Roach Hydra like an absolute dementoid. He friggin' went in this game and threw 2 armies away on creep for no good reason. But hot damn, has he played so well whenever he's behind. herO, when he's ahead, bit of a baboon sometimes. When he's behind, probably the best player we've ever seen play the game. And the storms on the drones as they try to escape as well. Insult to injury there. herO's probes are running across the map because he thinks it's going to be a full base trade. He wants to rebuild elsewhere. Lingzard trying to chase those down. The Viper's going to go down. He abducts High Templar into the Lurkers. The High Templar is he was trying to dodge the Lurkers with the High Templar. You could see Reynor smiling at that. He could see the High Templar, one of the slowest units in the game, was trying to move side to side to dodge the Lurker spines. herO styling at the end here. And I think they both know. They both know what's happened in this game. They both know where they are. They both know what's happening next. It's 2 letters. And it's going to be, well, 4 letters. GG, well played. What a win. Our champion, our drunk master, the Soju King. It is herO. Hey! I haven't seen him do that since the last time. Did he even do that in 2022, guys? I feel like he hasn't done the old little half cartwheel since he was like 20 years old. I was like, oh no, don't hurt yourself. You're old now, man. It's okay. He's still got it. He's still agile. He's still able to do a little half cartwheel there. Let's go to I think he won 3. He won 3 years ago. Atlanta, end of 2022. He won a GSL last year. Before that, there was a big drought for Protoss. But he's got yet another trophy. And this is just so cool to see, man. You can see they chose the confetti guys to represent the Gold League player that's hiding deep inside herO's heart. Absolute legend. Hold it up. Everyone, yeah, you gotta cheer. The audience should be cheering. She just told them to cheer. Come on, guys. You gotta cheer for him. What the hell, man? Alright. herO. herO. Oh! More Gold League! Gold League! They got the gold confetti again. herO. 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 Woo! Let's go. Oh, he's gonna kiss the trophy as well? Dude, I did not expect such a big arena and show for this event. The moment I got the clean feed, I was like, what am I looking at? This is actually way bigger production than I expected. I knew it was going to be good because Chinese events normally are, but this stage is insane. Look at this freaking venue. This venue is freaking crazy. The amount of production for this is wild.